And I want to introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, this is Robert Burns. I am, again, glad you're here and look forward to a productive webinar today on Brank. I have some very exciting news. There we go. So what you see on the screen right now, guys, is a tool. I'm going to post it in chat here. This is something that is a heat map that enables you to see what's going on in the crypto market visually. So how cool is that? In other words, you can see that the biggest return is on a coin called ARRR. I click on that one and it'll tell me what the name of the project is. This is the symbol that you see on the screen here, but the name of the project, and then you can get additional information on it. Apparently, this is one that ranks number 67 on CoinMarketCap. It had a 284% week, 290%, so pretty crazy amount of volume. So this is, again, a tool that's a pretty cool thing. I just posted this in chat. So, whoops, I posted it to myself. Sorry. Hang on a minute. I'm a one-man band here today, I think, which is fine. We may have some join us. If we will or we don't, doesn't matter. We'll have a good time, and I can show you exactly how to get into Brank and what's happening here. So, before we start, does anybody have any questions that they have about Brank? If so, if you could type them in chat, I will try my best to answer them right away as we get into this. So go ahead, and if you do have questions, type them in chat, and we'll get them answered. Okay, I want to get things kicked off here. I appreciate everybody that is attending on time today. That's terrific. Appreciate you joining us. And what I'm going to do is get into Brank very quickly, just kind of give you a sense of who Brank is. And let me get this maximized here. What is Brank? That's a good question. The way I would describe Brank is a way to learn how to trade cryptocurrency without being punished. How is that? Well, here's the very high level kind of view, the 24,000 foot view of Brank. Brank is a way that you can sign up for free. So that's a pretty unbeatable price, right? Free. And you can learn, you enter a tournament on Brank, and you get play money to play with. So instead of learning at your own expense with having something like, your own capital at risk and getting, beat up. I've been there, done that. And many I know that are interested in Brank, same thing. What if you could have an opportunity to learn how to trade and not have to put your own capital at risk? You can play with play money. Would you be more bold? Would you be more fearless? Would you be more courageous? Of course, the answer is obvious. You would. And if you're having fun while you're being bold and courageous, even better, because you'll learn that much more. Trading usually is a lonely sport. Would you agree? In other words, if you're trading, if you've done any kind of trading, usually it's by yourself. So having an opportunity to learn how to trade and not have to have the punishment of having, your own capital at risk. What am I doing? Am I being greedy? Am I being fearful? All those emotions that come into play when it's actual money. When you're playing with play money, you don't, you still have those emotions, but they're not nearly as strong as they are with real money. So the first thing is you get into these tournaments, you have $100,000. Here you go. Boom. Here's your $100,000. Ready? Go. Your goal is to increase your 100,000 as much as you can in the tournament. The higher you increase it, the more likelihood you have of placing in the winners, which are the top 10. If you're in the top 10 in a tournament, in most tournaments, that means that the one who is the number one winner, they're going to enjoy the benefit of having they're going to enjoy the benefit of the biggest number of credits. So let me give you kind of the picture of the architecture of Brank. You come in, you have this thing called a token. When you enroll, you get one token for free. It's free to enroll and you get one token to play in a paid tournament. Now, some of the tournaments now are free, some are paid. So if you choose to play in a paid tournament, you can use your token if it's a one token tournament. If you want to participate in tournaments ongoing, it's important to have tokens with which to play. So you need to purchase them. Now, if you compare the education that you get in Brank and learning how to trade, and I believe we will have some folks show up here. I know two of the fellas that are coming in that are from Nigeria that are engaged and learning, and there are others. We've had a heck of a response from Nigeria. I'm so pleased to be working with the Nigerian team, and that's, I'm excited about what's going on there. You guys clearly got the memo on cryptocurrency. So coming back to Brank, here's your $100,000, ready, go. You trade, you learn how to trade, you have fun. The goal is, if you're investing in your own education, you then get paid in credits. Credits are real money. In other words, you can convert them to Ethereum. So if you already have the skills, you could step right up and start winning tournaments right away if you have the skills, and you can test your skills against others that have them, because there's some pretty good traders in Brank. That's one of the benefits, is you can watch, even if you're already a good trader, there's no doubt you learn from other good traders and vice versa. They learn from you. If you don't have the skills, which is most people, let's be real, most don't have the skills when they come into a tournament or into trading. How do you acquire them? Here's a great clue. Hang around with people that have them. Knowing nothing else, if you're there with people that are really good traders and you're having fun and interacting with them, and they're keen on you getting up to speed, that's what the introductory tournaments are about. So knowing nothing else, you have a mechanism to learn how to trade. What we'll be doing today is showing you the basics. In other words, how do you enter a trade? How do you exit a trade? How do you get set up to do business with this whole process and so forth? It's going to be a very basic, very introductory thing. We won't be getting into any sophisticated concepts in trading like limit orders or any, fancy stuff. We're going to keep it real basic. That'll happen in time as because this is an introductory webinar, not a medium level or high level. Those are later. We'll get into the PhD work, but not today. I see somebody has a question or did have a question and now they don't. Okay, good. So what I'd like to do at this point is I want to give you some utilities, some things that we can look at together, and to give you an idea of how you approach this process. And this is really, I think, sums up what I'm trying to say in my long-winded manner, is play, learn, and earn. Now, notice it doesn't say learn, then play, then earn. It doesn't say earn, then learn, then play. This is a very purposeful thing. And I'd have you think about, when you learned how to ride a bike or you learned how to swim, did they hand you a book and say, ready, read the book and then go ride the bike? Me either. They said, here's the bike. Good luck, son. You're going to, you want to avoid cars. You want to avoid other bike riders. I had to get on the bike and ride it, right? In other words, I had to get on there. I had to fall off. I had to brush myself off, get back up and get on the bike again and ride. And I know it's the same no matter where we are in the world, in Nigeria, in the US, wherever it may be. My wife is from Romania. It was the same there. So here's what's novel about this approach is, what if you could have the same approach with trading? In other words, if you could get in and play and get yourself scuffed up a little bit without getting creamed, without getting hurt, with your own capital. What if you had the ability to come in, have some fun, have your crew that can come in with you, because it's not costing an arm and a leg to learn together. It's inexpensive to learn, but it's really good information. What if? Wouldn't that be cool? What if this actually could teach you how to be a competent trader and actually be very good in the marketplace with real money in time? Wouldn't that be worth it? And have fun along the way. You can be in your bunny slippers in your house trading and learning how to trade. Wherever you like to be, you can be there on a computer. You don't have to go to class in a seminar or a classroom. So that's what makes this, it really differentiates it, and this is kind of another key point. If you could make money trading risk-free, even if you don't know how to trade, would you want to know more? Well, most people say, yes, I'd really like to know more, especially with how things are going in crypto these days. So, one of the problems that this helps solve is you have a situation with many people where they don't have the capital oftentimes to really play. In other words, it's difficult to acquire enough of a balance to trade to make an impact. Well, what if you could change that? What if you could earn credits here that you could accumulate and then have adequate capital to trade at some point? What if? On a different note, really you can start trading. We're going to do that today. I want everybody on here to let me ask you a question, and I'd like to get a response to see that everybody is tuned in. If I told you the first step to learning how to trade is you need to learn how to place a trade. Okay. Let me repeat that. The first step to trading is you need to learn how to place a trade. Okay. Now, knowing this is risk-free, you've got your account set up. Can I ask everybody here today to place a trade? Just to get into a tournament. We're going to get the tournament running. We're going to have it going here. Will everybody commit to placing a trade today, knowing no matter what happens, you're not going to get hurt? Thank you, Kenneth. I am not hearing you at all. Edmund, can everybody hear me okay? Thank you, Ochuba. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Will everybody commit to placing a trade today? Okay, good. I did pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing names. Your culture is very foreign to me, so it's my own ignorance of Nigerian names that is at fault here. Koratimi, good. Vincent, good. Abiyomi, good. I want to get a yes from everybody. I am determined to get everybody to trade today. Okay. Last time we had under 50% people participate in the tournament. And I want to change that. I want to get 100% of people willing to roll up their sleeve. Now, let me explain what this is and what this isn't, okay? If you're here to have I'm going to earn 1% a day and I'm going to be a fat cat and sit on the couch and do nothing, this is the wrong webinar for you, okay? This ain't that, okay? This is roll up your sleeves. I want to go to work. I'm willing to go to work, Robert, to learn how to trade. And I'm ready to engage. If that's you, you're in the right place. But I really want to this is an interactive sport. This is I am willing to engage and I'm willing to do the things necessary to learn. Well, one of the things that's necessary to learn is you need to get in a trade. Okay. That's one of the first things that I want to do. So if you haven't typed yes yet, please do. Humor me. This old man in America would like to get you engaged. It is difficult for us using phones to place a trade. You can still do it. It is preferable if you have access to a computer or a tablet is better. A computer is best. A phone is like, if you were a surgeon and you were trying to do surgery with a microscope, that's kind of like what it's like with a phone, candidly. I don't know anything from scratch. Okay, don't worry, Colonel Don, we got you covered. As long as everybody's willing to play ball, the whole thing is is you can earn while you are learning. In other words, if you refer people here, there's a way to earn money while you're learning. You can refer others and earn money. You can learn to trade from experts. This is huge. This is huge value. There are people, my background, for those that don't know me, I have been in the sales and marketing profession for many years, for 36 years, 37 years. I was trained as a musician. I play the bass guitar, and I studied in university to play bass, which has nothing to do with business necessarily, other than perhaps the discipline to practice an instrument. But I got involved in technology. I've been involved in technology for many years, and I always gravitated toward things financial, commercial real estate, network marketing business. And so my background is predominantly that of being a sales and marketing guy. And trading and financial instruments are of interest to me. They're something I'm very enthusiastic about. And what crypto trading and crypto in particular is, it's a new frontier. We're all in this together, learning a thing that, 10 years from now, everybody will go, remember when we got into crypto and we were learning how to trade with this funny sounding company called Brank? And we learned some skills that completely changed our life. Whoa. Let that sink in. These are skills that are life-changing. I mean, like, holy smokes, you can earn a lot of money if you become a good trader. And the price of admission here is so inexpensive. That's why I'm so passionate about this, because it's exciting. My wife is from Romania. And for those of you that don't know that country, it's one of the poorest countries in Europe. And for that reason, they have trouble raising capital. Well, what if they could learn how to trade and actually have the same income level as the richest countries in the world? Wouldn't that be cool? You can do that. You can do that no matter where you are. You're trading with simulated funds, and you win real money when you win. So if you develop the skills, or you already have the skills, you can win and walk away with profits day one. If you don't have the skills, you can develop them, and it doesn't cost much to acquire them. That's the thing that really makes this magnificent. So, and then last but not least is transfer the skills to real trading. In other words, not play money, real money. And that's when things get interesting in a hurry. Then if you get a little beat up, but you're less likely to get beat up, but then you can go back and practice back where it's nice and comfortable and the water's warm, and there aren't as many sharks cruising around. So this is the process. The other thing that I want to touch upon, if you don't already have a wallet, because we've got folks that brand new to crypto, these are some wallets that you may want to entertain. Okay. My personal favorite of this list is this one right here called Atomic Wallet. It's a good one. It has a lot of functionality. All of these wallets are all DeFi wallets, meaning they're decentralized finance. You have complete and total control of your funds at all times. If somebody runs off with your phone, or a car runs over it, or it gets damaged irreparably, or your computer, and you have one of these wallets, if you set them up properly and you write down the seed phrase, which you'll see this funny looking series of words. There are 12 words. If you write them down and make them legible, write them on a piece of paper is what I advise, and then put that piece of paper where you would store your gold. It's that important. It is gold, because if you have that day when you get up and your phone is damaged and you can't get into your wallet, or it's stolen, you can retrieve all of your crypto if you've done that properly. In other words, it's a very important thing to do. That's a common theme with all of these wallets. But again, my personal favorite is Atomic Wallet. If you're more advanced in crypto, you might want to also have a MetaMask wallet. MetaMask is particularly for Ethereum and all of the ERC20 tokens, which are Ethereum tokens. But this is a wallet that you clearly want to add to your repertoire. If you don't have it, you add it as in Chrome, you add an extension, the MetaMask extension in Chrome. I don't want to get into the weeds on that right now, but it's a good wallet. And it's one that if you're, the first one I'd have you start with, though, is the Atomic Wallet, just because it provides general utility about this. Okay. And I see Stanley Ezeocha has arrived. Thank you, Stanley. Stanley is somebody that is I'm working with very closely. He is from the country of Nigeria. Stanley, welcome. You can unmute. Moses asked the question, what about Binance? Good question. Binance is an exchange you definitely want to have. You guys are fortunate in Nigeria because your country allows you to have access to the Binance exchange, Binance.com. My country does not allow me to do that. Growl, growl, hiss. Makes me angry. My wife, because she's a dual citizen, can do that, so don't feel too bad. I still have access, but many Americans cannot use, if they're a US citizen only, they cannot use Binance.com. If you guys can, you're lucky, and I'm pretty sure you can. Binance, however, is not a wallet. Don't confuse an exchange with a wallet. You still need a wallet. You need a place to store your money where you have complete control over your own funds. Okay. Binance is a centralized platform, great platform. Most of it has a ton of things and a ton of utility. He says, okay, thank you, because I use Binance, KuCoin, and Trust Wallet. Terrific. Trust Wallet is an excellent wallet as well. Very good one. Very well thought of. Binance and KuCoin are two of my favorites. I like both of those a lot. In fact, I like KuCoin better than Binance, but if you have the combo, even better. You have a selection of most of the coins out there. Yep. And he said the same thing. Trust Wallet is a good one too. Yeah, I concur. Stanley, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. Thank you.
My pleasure. If you would, I think 100% of the people on here, there may be the rare exception that is not from Nigeria. I think virtually everybody in this audience is from Nigeria. Would you give them just a quick synopsis of when you joined Brank, what you've learned so far, and the value proposition that you see from the Nigerian perspective?
Okay. Good day, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and good morning, everyone, depending on your geographical area. I joined Brank about 3 weeks ago, and so far so good. I must tell everyone here that I've learned so much, so many skills in trading cryptocurrency, to be precise. Brank has given me that privilege to understand movements of coins, how they move, and the ability to also make, if I'm to put it on a live trading like Binance, which I have tried once, I know that I made some money. I didn't lose, I made some money. So Brank, in fact, I would say that all thanks to Brank, because Brank made it to happen. Nowhere else. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. I appreciate that. And guys, I want to, we're going to go ahead and get into some of the meat of the matter here. Again, I sent this thing on the left, and in addition to it being a cool graphic, this actually has some real utility for what we're going to do today. This is a heat map. I'm posting this in the chat again. This is called cryptobubbles.net. What's that? What you see as the biggest bubble is the biggest mover in the crypto market that are the major coins in the crypto market. So we can look at any of these, like if we said, okay, what is cake about, or Sol? Let's look at Sol right here, SOL. Click, and we see that Sol has gone up 59% this week. So we can visually see what's moving. Why is this important? Well, knowing nothing else, if you see something that's moving a lot, there's chances are, if you've got volatility in the coin, you have something that you can then engage in that has the likelihood of going up. Now, it may go down also. That's a matter of becoming a good trader and evaluating what are the possibilities. Right now, I just want to focus on, again, the basics. Enter a trade, exit a trade, pick some things to trade. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to get a read of everybody here. Has everybody here signed up for Brank? And I want a clear yes or a clear no. Okay. Have you enrolled for Brank? Type yes. If you've not enrolled yet, type no. Okay. We've got a couple of no's in here. Okay. Those that are no, the first question I have for you is, how did you hear about Brank? And if it was me, I'm going to put my link in chat, but I want you to be clear on one thing. You know, Stanley is now getting active as an affiliate, as an example. Well, if Stanley invited you here, you should use Stanley's link, not mine. Stanley took the effort and thought enough of you to invite you to this business and to this platform. Be sure to honor him by making sure to use his link, not Robert's. Does that make sense to everyone? In other words, it's very important to realize, and you'll appreciate this in the future as this organization grows. We will have people that they'll come in and we'll do the same thing. In other words, if you're responsible for being somebody, bringing someone here, we want to make sure we honor that work and say, look, you know, if that's Colonel Don, you need to enroll with him. So, yeah. And Moses said, I use your link because I saw the ads on Facebook. If that's you too, if you came aboard here because of Facebook ad, that's me. Okay. And that's who I'd like you to enroll with. But I'm going to do a surprise today. And Stanley didn't know I was going to do this. Stanley, can you do me a favor?
Okay.
I want you to post your link in chat.
Oh, okay.
And everybody that has not enrolled yet that answered no, I want you to sign up with Stanley. This is called a gift on the fly. Okay. Stanley is helping out a lot with moderation of the groups, and I appreciate that. I'm about getting some key leadership in Nigeria, rocking and rolling, and Stanley is on a short list of people that I want to work with. Okay. So I'm going to honor him by saying, enroll with Stanley, don't enroll with Robert. So Stanley, if you would post your link in the chat. For those of you that are already on board, because we got two groups here. We got the people that have already signed up that said yes, and those that need to sign up. I want you to use Stanley's link to sign up right now. Okay. Get her done. Okay. For those that have already signed up, what I want you to do is I'm going to direct you to the tournament that we're doing today. Let me find it. It's right here, Brank Introduction Live. So can you guys see my screen? Stanley, can you see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Guys, when you come in, I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it more easily. This is the tournament that I want you to look for. In other words, those that are already signed up, go ahead and log in to your Brank account. That's step one. Step two is locate this particular tournament right here. Click on it. And if you haven't already joined it, meaning you have to have an account. So if you don't have an account, that's following the link, Stanley's link. And for your benefit, what you do to find your link is you go here to earn. Once you're logged in, you go to dashboard, and then here is the referral link right here. So Stanley is finding his referral link like this. For those of you that have not enrolled yet, use Stanley's link. He'll get it to you here in just a moment. But in the future, once you're enrolled and you want to bring people aboard, provide your link to them, and then you can earn credits on their purchases. Okay, that's how you do this. Oh, you know what? We have a special guest. He snuck in here. He didn't tell me he was coming, and I just noticed him in the list. This is a very cool surprise because I haven't let the cat out of the bag about something that I'm so excited about, guys. And I'm going to share that with you, with the guy that is responsible for making this whole thing happen. Guys, this is Daniel Noor Mohammed, who is from the UK. Daniel has a background, having done computer work and specifically programming for the likes of booking.com, if you've used that platform, or Priceline. He is the brain trust. He's the reason we're all here. In other words, he's the guy that built this thing that is taking place. So I gotta just mention this, Daniel. Daniel called me last night and said, we have solved the issue of people coming aboard, and it will be especially important to the Nigerians and anybody, frankly, that has been running into these problems with Ethereum fees and the gas fees. Well, guess what, guys? We now have the ability, and we will, starting early next week, to have token purchases take place with a Visa or a Mastercard. And those of you in Nigeria, this is not purchasing a crypto. This is purchasing a ticket. In other words, to enter the tournament. So it's not going to be an issue with the law there, because you're buying into a tournament just like you would any other type of a game you're playing. You're not getting crypto. You're not purchasing crypto. So with that, I'd like you to hear from the founder, Mr. Daniel Noor Mohammed.
Thanks, Robert. That was a nice little introduction. So yes, I worked on the booking engine, booking.com engine for payment systems. And that was a very, very, very interesting thing to do, because when you're playing with currency and you're distributing that across several different countries, playing with different banks, different processing tools, it's amazing, Working on the Northwest grid, being able to work on the Northwest grid and kind of deal with the circuit breaker timing and stuff like that on live grids is phenomenal. Just going to park up here for a second. So yeah, Brank is an amazing piece of code. It's built for you guys. It's built for you guys to learn how to trade. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. Okay. The video is very choppy on this side. That's what I was asking. Brank was made to help people learn how to trade. Okay. I had a few friends that came to me at work, and they were like, "Hey, Dan, look, I know you do trading, I know you've done all the commodities, the stocks, everything, Forex, CFDs. Can you explain to me how this works? Can you show me? Can you help me kind of learn this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Go put some money to Binance, and I'm going to walk you through the entire process." Their response was, "I can't afford to put $500 into Binance, but could you show me?" Well, welcome to Brank. This is basically what Brank is. Basically, Brank allows you to trade with simulated funds, risk-free, by buying technically a ticket, a token. And that's all it costs you to learn how to trade. Literally, the tokens. You don't have to go and buy some over-exaggerated course for $1,000 to learn how to do something that you can quite simply do by just buying some tokens, by simply experiencing it, If we consider the traditional method of learning, buying a course, going through the course, going through all the upsell of a course, like, okay, you've done this, now you've got to go do this course and this course and this course. Next thing you know, you've probably spent about $4,500 on courses. Well, guess what? In Brank, you just buy some tokens. You just come play in some tournaments. And while you're playing and having fun, guess what you're doing? You're learning. You're learning how to trade. Because not only are you learning, but the other people inside that tournament are learning as well. Everyone that you're working with in that tournament are learning how to trade. So this is how the new way of learning is. This is the new way of learning. We're not going to throw courses at you and say, look, you know what? You got to sign up to this course, Got to go through all these PDFs and all these videos. No, get rid of it. This is 2021. We're doing things the right way, the practical perspective. When I was at school and I was getting lectured all the time, I would say majority of the time I was at the head's office, because I never liked to be lectured. I never liked to sit there and just listen to someone just talking away for hours and hours. I got bored and I fidget and I get in trouble. So Brank allows us to move out of that lecture phase into the practical phase. So buy some tokens, get inside some tournaments. We now have Stripe allowing you to buy with debit cards now. So you're able to buy things with ease without having to worry about, issues from regulative restrictions in countries. You can do it easily. It's so simple to go there. You just put your debit card numbers in, put the transaction through. As soon as you've done that, within about 3 seconds, you've got the tokens in your wallet. No waiting on Ethereum, no waiting on transactions going through, no paying gas fees and network fees that weigh up to, I don't know, the size of an elephant sometimes. So thanks, Rob. I thought I'd just drop in, say hi everyone.
Well,
see how you guys are doing.
I'm appreciative that you did, and as Daniel knows, I was so excited. I am still so excited about this introduction, because we saw, and especially for the Nigerians, you guys are rocking and rolling. I mean, you're a huge chunk of the traffic for Brank. And as with anywhere, it's not unique to Nigeria, but we're all suffering because of Ethereum and the costs. So when he called me up and he said, "Hey, I've solved this. I've got a way that people can buy tokens with a Visa or a Mastercard." And for that matter, worldwide, I think it's Amex and Discover also, which is, of course, cool for Americans. Maybe those are there or not, but Visa and Mastercard are everywhere. Wow. What a big deal. That's a huge announcement.
When I build stuff, I always like to consider everyone. That's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at distributing this across African schools, Kenya to be more specific,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when they get a hold of it, it's just the whole schooling world in Africa is going to be phenomenal. I mean, Kenya has amazing technological advances with people like China and stuff at the moment, who are putting some serious technology into their schools, their infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
their networks, everything. They've got 4G there. Like, come on, man. So this is going to be a huge step forward, because they're able to learn for free. And they may go down the road of they're just paying a subscription and they don't earn tokens, or they don't pay with tokens or earn credits.
Mm-hmm.
They just pay a simple flat fee because that's what's easy for them to do. But they can't earn off the platform then,
Right.
That's the caveat with that. So there is so much to look forward to. So much. Did you ever mention the fact that
what a value for kids? In other words, learning something that, instead of a shoot 'em up game, how about something that's of actual value that you can translate into a skill that you can make money with? How cool is that? They still 100%. Have fun. They have their pals. They can trash talk and do all the stuff that kids and adults both do. Let's face it. We can have squads. If you think football, like the round kind that the rest of the world plays, not like our American football, but you think football squads, what if we had trading squads? The Nigerians against the Kenyans, against the Americans, against the Brits.
Well, we already had UK versus America, yeah, but it wasn't designed as squads. It was just me against everyone else, Sadly, they beat me. Obviously, there's more them than me, Well,
we're better than you are. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I got a red coat, so don't worry about it. Woven silk.
I kid. I mean, this is what's fun about this platform, guys, is we have a good time, and some of the very things that on the sports field we can bring to trading, which means you've got fun. You've got an environment that is a camaraderie among different people. We poke fun at each other pretty regularly. Yep. But at the end of the day, you walk out of a tournament. And this was the thing that was striking to me when I first saw this, because I introduced it to a few people and said, "Hey, I'm kind of excited about this. I'm thinking about really marketing it in earnest." And they showed up, and they kept showing up. And they kept showing up. Yeah. And I'm like, and they're like, "Where are you? I'm in the tournament and you're not here." I went, wow. Have we got
Yep.
something here? Because it's sticky. When you're marketing something, if people keep coming back because they like it and they like what they're learning, you really have something valuable. So
100%. Yeah. That's cool. That. Let me say one more thing before I go.
please.
So one of the brothers there mentioned that there's 4G in Nigeria, I believe. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I know. So my background is Kenyan. So my family grew up in Kenya, you know. They came over from Kutch into Kenya when the British required them to work over there for the mines and for the trucks and for the traveling of and the building of the infrastructure and stuff, you know, the water systems, etc. So that's how we ended up being Kenyan. But I've also got family in Tanzania, Uganda, Somalia, Zambia. You know, I'm well versed in a lot of these African countries. So, hey, you never know. I might do a round trip. You know, visit everyone. That'd be super awesome. You know, maybe Rob can join me. I think that'd be cool.
I'd love that. I've never been to the African continent. I've never been to any country in Africa. I would love that.
It is amazing. It is extremely amazing. You know, I found that the people are extremely down to earth in comparison to a lot of places in the Western world. You know, and they always have time for you. And this is why I'd go out my way to make sure that they're accommodated inside Brank. It's great. So yeah, that's me. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. And thanks, Rob, for having me as well.
Daniel, thank you. I appreciate you joining us, and
you're welcome.
Can't wait to see what things look like here in 3 months, let alone a year. It's going to be crazy cool. So
it's going to be great. Thanks, guys.
Okay, take care. Okay, guys, we are back to it here. Daniel, I have muted you, so you're welcome to stay if you'd like. We see you enjoying your drive, and we will continue here. Let's do this. Stanley, did you have luck locating your link?
Yeah, I posted it on the chat.
Okay. Let's see. There we go. No, you need to send that to everyone. Make sure it's not just to panelists, but to the whole audience. So make sure, because right now the only ones that would have gotten it are me and Daniel. So make sure to resend that to everyone. So that way the people that answered no, we want to get them enrolled right away. And I can do that if you'd like. It's easy for me to do that, but it's a common mistake I make on Zoom, which is if you don't choose the panelist, if you're a panelist, you have to choose panelist and attendees. Yeah, and they're saying they didn't see it. So now you will see it, because I'm going to send it not just to the panelists, but to everyone. So here we go. Now you're upside down, Daniel. No, that's kind of weird. Okay, you should see the link now. This is Stanley's link. For those of you that answered no, please use that link. Okay. If you have not enrolled yet, I want to honor Stanley for the commitment he's made to help me out as a moderator. Use his link. Okay. Now, for those of you that did enroll already, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to log in. Okay. Log into your Brank back office, and I want to show you what we're going to join here. We're going to go back to the tournament list here. Whoops. Let me go back. Now, let me get my mouse so you can see it more readily. Hang on just a minute. There it is. I've got my friendly blue circle here. You see right here on my screen where it says categories, I'm under tournaments right here under categories. Click that. And what I'd like you to do is click live. Okay. Then you're going to see a list of the tournaments that are available. And what I want you to do is I want you to go into this one. Where is it? Right here. This one right here. Brank Introduction Live for Beginners in Africa with Robert M. Burns. That's yours truly. Click on that one. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is this is what you would normally see. And here I'll just kind of give you the overview and the architecture of the system here. You'll see We've got a bunch of people that have already joined the tournament. That's good. We've got Stanley, who's entered a trade. That's better. That's better. Stanley's in the game. The rest of y'all are not. Now, what I want you to do, remember, I asked you for your commitment today that you would click that mouse button and enter a trade and get in the game. So now's time. I want you to do that. Okay. Now, how do you do that? If you haven't already joined the tournament, and Bamidele, Anthony, Johnson, Aboyami, Martins, Adebayo, and let's see, Victor, Rex, and Stanley, you guys all are in the tournament, but you haven't placed the trade. Okay, so I want you to track along with me. I'm not in the tournament at all yet. So for those of you that have logged in your system, you found the tournament, and now the next step is to get in the tournament. So I'm going to join the tournament right here. You see join for free, the big green button. I'm logged into my Brank back office. I've already enrolled. I'm logged in. Now I'm enrolling for the tournament. So I'm going to go click, and now I'm going into the tourney. Okay. And while it's coming up, for those that, when you're showing this to somebody, notice on the live tournaments, you've got this blue Zoom button here. Chris will come back to that in just a second here. And Koratimi, I will unmute you here or allow you to talk here for just a second. And Chris, yes, I will go over that again. And for whatever reason, keep in mind this platform is still beta. So sometimes there's some little hiccups. When in doubt, hit refresh. Okay, now let me just show you what happened. It did enter me into the tournament. How do I know that? Because now it says trade now. So it didn't actually take me in, but in fact, I was in the tournament. So now to answer your question, Chris, and everybody else that wants to get into the tournament, you have to be logged in. Chris, are you logged in? Are you logged into your Brank back office? Let us know that. Okay, perfect. If you're logged in, which Chris indicates he is, the next step is you see on the side here, you've got the menu over on the left-hand side here. You see categories underneath tournaments right here. Choose categories, choose live, and you're going to get the list of tournaments that are currently available. Okay. This is the menu, if you will, of the different tournaments. And you'll see there's a free tournament here. Everybody, by the way, should get in this one to play. This is a free tournament. Go in and break it. Go in and figure out how to do stuff by playing around. That's the very best way you learn. Okay. So everybody should join that one. Not today, but after we're done here, I want you to join this one so you can continue practicing. Here's a tournament that is 2 tokens to enter. Here's the free one. This is the one I want you to join today, right now. Brank Introduction Live for Beginners in Africa with Robert M. Burns. That's me. Then you see other tournaments, some of them ranging from 1 token to 2 tokens to 5 tokens. So you can pick and choose what you want to engage with. And that will enable you to be able to play in a tournament. Okay, I want to make sure we're respecting questions here. Let's see. Paul, are you still not understanding, or are you tracking along with me? Paul Ifeji. And Koratimi. Okay, I'm gonna get you on. Let's see here. Where are you? Okay, I'm going to. Koratimi, you're up. You have the ability to unmute. If you would, please. You have the platform. Please, or you have the floor. Please share with us what your question is.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brank.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Thank you for this opportunity. It's quite interesting and quite engaging. I want to find out from you, even though I'm a Nigerian, at the moment I'm not in Nigeria, I'm in Portugal. So I don't know if I'm open to this chance. Or maybe you have another plan for people like me who are not in Nigeria.
Well, this platform doesn't really contemplate where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. You can play. You can play no matter where you are. As long as you can get on the web, you can be in Brank.
Yeah, because you keep talking about the fact that it's for Nigerian group, Nigerians, and all of that. So,
I see. Yeah, that just coincidentally, kind of serendipitous how that happened. I was marketing to 10 different countries, and the Nigerians like quickly just blew by everybody else as far as the response. So we've had a huge response from Nigeria. Holy smokes. I who would have thunk it? Hundreds of Nigerians enrolled, no joke. And we're just getting warmed up. And so now the job is, because that audience has been what it is, I mean, literally dominating the Brank platform, my job is to help them get up to speed. Now, we may have the occasional South African on here. I still love them too. We may have the occasional American or Canadian or person from Thailand or Romania on here too, just simply for no other reason than we had a huge predominantly Nigerian audience was the name of this, or this audience in my reference to Nigeria, because most of the folks are from Nigeria and in Nigeria.
Fantastic. And just one more question, please, before you go ahead. I got to know about this via the Facebook, and right there, I got mails in my inbox. That's my Yahoo mail. And then from there, I signed up for this training. Do I still need any other signing up process, or I'm just
if you have not signed up for Brank, you need to do that. Okay. So if you haven't gone, let me show you that process so everybody can see that. In other words, what you would normally do, guys, and I'm going to get an incognito window here, so I don't want to screw up my existing login. You would go to whoever referred you. That's a key thing, because I'm big on making sure whoever's doing the work gets compensated. So as an example, today, Stanley's been helping me a lot. So I wanted to surprise him with a gift. In other words, my appreciation, which is, the people that have not enrolled. So if you're one of those that is not enrolled yet, use Stanley's link today. Okay. Now you come into Brank when you've already created an account, and you log in right here. You put in your email address and your password that you created when you created a Brank account. If you've not done that step yet, you need to go through that step. Okay.
I already did that.
Okay. Then what you need to do is log into it.
Okay.
Okay. When you log in and you've got that step out of the way, then you should see what looks like this. Okay. When you come in, you should see this. Okay. The next thing that you want to do then, if you have created an account, is go right here and choose that particular tournament today. Because I want to make sure we get through this quickly, that we have enough time to actually do some trading. I want everybody to place a trade today. That's my goal. If I've done that, I will feel successful today to get people in and placing a trade. So choose this particular tournament. And to come back to Chris Femi's question, if you're in already and you're somewhere in Brank, the way to get back to where the tournaments are, go to tournaments on the left-hand side here on the menu bar, come down here to categories, choose live. And this is just a different way of following the cookie trail over to where the tournaments are. You go in right here, you find the tournament that you want, you click on it, and you're now able to join that tournament if you have not already done so. Now, because I did so, we see the button that says trade now. So I'm this far away from being able to place a trade, which I want to do here very quickly. Okay. Let's see here. Stanley had to step away for a minute, so I'm going to need to field the questions in here at the same time. My challenge is that I'm not hearing the presentation at all. Edmund, I'm going to write a quick message to him, because that is annoying when you tend to, I'm not sure why you're having audio trouble. Can everybody else hear me okay? Can you just type yes if you hear me okay? Okay, perfect. So it is unique to Edmund. Good. Edmund. I think it was Edmund. Edmund. Hang on a minute here. Edmund, the audio issue is on your end. Everyone just indicated they could hear me. And I don't want to get hung up on one person having an audio problem. Okay, Declan, please. I didn't know how to open my account, and I know how to set account. I need help. We may have to do that a little bit later. In the interest, I have to go with what the bulk of the audience is, which many have already created an account. And so what I want to do in the interest of getting the most bang for the buck for the most people is something you can do. If you haven't created an account, you can do that. You know, if you're not able to do that right now, you can do that subsequently and then come in and play around in tournaments. So that's not a problem. What I want to do today, in respect of everybody else's time and the majority of people here, is show you how to enter trades, how to exit trades, how to look for things to trade, and so forth. So I am going to go in now. You see on the platform here, you see the Trade Now button. What this enables me to do is actually enter and go in and select a currency pair to trade. So I'm going to do that. So now all of a sudden, what do we see? We see that this pops up with our dashboard, our trading dashboard. I've got the chart here. This chart is for Bitcoin and something called Tetherus, Tether US. What this is the Bitcoin against a coin that is called a stable coin, Tether, which is also known as USDT. You see it in the symbol here. This is a stable coin, so it's Bitcoin against the US dollar because the Tether is equivalent to a US dollar. We see a chart. This chart is a 5-minute chart. We can select whatever time frames we want, but it defaults to 5 minutes. That means each of these candles is a 5-minute candle, okay? So when you see green, that means the currency is going up. In this case, Bitcoin is going up. And when you see red, Bitcoin is going down. Simple as that. So far, so good? Now, Daniel made it very simple for you to find a number of pairs that are on the watch list. What does that mean? That means these are things that, knowing nothing else, you may want to consider trading. And I have one on here that I'm particularly interested in because I actually have some win in real life. So I'm going to choose that one just because. Okay. So I click right here. And now we're going to start looking at the win pair. I've chosen that, and it's called Wink, but the symbol is win, W-I-N. Okay. So now I'm looking at this one, and it says down here on the bottom right-hand side, this is kind of a little indication of whether it's a good time to enter a particular currency or not. And I don't want to get into too much technical analysis stuff today. This is about how do you enter a trade, how do you exit a trade, how do you find something to trade? In other words, the basics. We're only going to focus on the basics today, guys. Now, one of the things that when you start out, remember I mentioned you have $100,000 of play money to trade with, right? So here's the 100,000, ready, go. Kind of cool, right? Here's your 100,000 bucks right here. There it is. That's 100,000 US, ready, go. What do we do? Well, let's say I'm not going to be as concerned about whether this is a good trade or a bad trade. The thing I really, really want you to emphasize today is just get in a trade. Learn how to pull the trigger, okay? That's how you start. Make some mistakes. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are your friend in this game, okay? So has everybody gone into the platform that's logged in and followed me and found this pair? Are you staring at this pair on your trading platform? Type yes if you have done that. Okay, we've got a yes from Moses. We've got a no from Kenneth, a yes from Ochuba, a yes from Abayomi. So how did you get it? Okay, Kenneth, I'm going to come back and we're going to do that again. Okay, so now tune in with me. I'm going to go back to the overview right here, back to where we are starting out. In other words, here we are. We've gotten into this tournament.
It's 12
right?
o'clock.
We've joined the tournament. Okay. Now, how do I get in to trade? Green button, trade now. Click. Now I'm going back into the tournament. Okay. Then where I found this particular token was in the list right here. It's now unfortunately gone red. I'm sad because I have real money in there. But I want you to find this token, WIN USDT. Do you see it here in the list? WIN USDT. Underneath the watch list right here, you see WIN USDT. Click on that link and it will take you into that particular pair, WIN versus Tether. Okay. Kenneth, did you follow me on that? Okay, perfect. He's got it. Excellent. So now what I want to show you is I want to show you how you place a trade. Okay, so we've got our pair, and don't worry about whether this is the right trade or not to make. That's not what this is about. I want to show you the mechanics of how to do this, guys, the basics. Notice right up here, here's your $100,000, and here you've got the ability to place a trade. So I could put in a certain amount of WIN USDT and US dollars right here, knowing I've got $100,000 in my account. But I'm going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to say, I think I'm willing to put in 50% of my account right now. That's $50,000. You see it just popped up. When I click this second bar right here, these are 25, this is 25%, 50%, 75%. 100%. So I'm going to trade 50% of my account. I'd like you guys to do the same thing right now. Right now. Choose 50%, click buy, be bold, get into WIN right now. Boom. I've already lost almost 1%. This is not what you want to do in real trading, but this is simulated trading. This is you learning how to get the platform under your fingers. Okay. So notice right here now, my 50,000 or my $100,000 up here is now, it has dropped to 49,946. I've got $50,000 worth of WIN right here. Okay. Now, coming back here, I want to look at my list and see how many of the students have followed along with that. I can't see your screen. Moses, can everybody see my screen okay? Could you type yes if you can see my screen? Okay, Ochuba can see it. Victor. Okay, good. We've got a quorum. So Moses, I'm not sure why you can't see the screen. You may want to get the Zoom window position where you can see it, but it's something on your end. It's not in general because everybody clearly is playing along here. Stanley, are you back? Stanley had to take off for a minute. White courtesy telephone to Stanley. Koratimi, I'm not sure if you had another question or if your hand was still raised. I'm going to, if anybody has a question, by the way, where you want to come on the mic, just raise your hand. I'm happy to allow you to voice your question. It's easier sometimes than typing, certainly. Yeah, Vincent, it's a very good point. While you can technically do this on a phone, it's really tough because you've got that little itty bitty screen. If you can be on a computer, that's definitely preferable. You know, if you have the luxury of having a computer, better than a phone is a tablet, better than a tablet is a computer. So when we do this, it's better if you can do that. What time frame did you use? Chris Femi asks. Well, on this charting system, it's a great question, Chris. And this, one of the things I really like about Brank is Daniel chose a charting package that is a universally well thought of charting package. Which one is it? It's called Trading View. And you see that right up here, chart by Trading View, and you see that little blue logo right down there. Why is this significant? If you learn this trading charting system, you have learned one of the very best trading, I think the very best charting system out there. You can not only trade cryptos, you can trade Forex, you can trade stocks. It's got everything that's popular on there. And the tool set, once you learn it, it's universal. Most of the big players in crypto, I think most, use TradingView. One of the options when you come into KuCoin, for instance, is you can have TradingView charts. So if you already know TradingView charts because you learned them on Brank, guess what? You can use them right on KuCoin. How cool is that? I experienced a poor network quality for a long period, and being a phone makes it tough to keep. Yeah. That I can't answer for you, Ugo. That just is what it is. If you can be, when we do these tournaments, if you can be somewhere that is on a computer and has a better network, obviously that's preferable. Okay, so there was a question about the time frame. To answer Chris's question, you can select the time frames up here. That drop down menu right there. Here's the different time frames of the charts: 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30 minute, 45, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week. So a lot of us doing this type of trading, momentum trading, will choose lower time frames because it's quick, meaning 15-minute probably would be tops. But if you want to get a look at something with a longer time frame, like a 4 hour, you can. And you can see here that in and around the beginning of April here, this WIN token had a heck of a spike up. Now, guys, what does this mean, 4 hour? This means that each of the candles you see on the screen is a 4 hour candle. It takes 4 hours for that candle to mature. And then once 4 hours have gone by, then you get the next candle. Versus a 5 minute candle, which means it's a much quicker time frame. The 4 hour actually has a lot more data in it, doesn't it? Then a 5 minute candle is very quick. Now, what I want to show you, because this is just kind of a fun thing to do, we're going to go over here. Let me find my Brank screen again. I'm going to put up the leaderboard. I want to see who all is playing in the tournament, because remember, the goal is not to win or lose today. It's just simply to get in and play. Place a trade. I really want to emphasize that, because if you don't place a trade, you're not in the game. Okay. Hey, we've got a good list here today. This is excellent. And so far, Adebayo is in first. He is kicking it. He's $400 ahead of Stanley, who's in second, and Stanley Enyinaya, that's a tough one for me. Enyinaya is in third. Victor Odejayo is in fourth. It's bouncing around here because the currency pairs are moving. I mean, this is like you're in a real tournament. No kidding. We've got 51 minutes left in this tourney. So, may the best man or woman win. That could happen at any moment. But so far, Adebayo is strengthening his lead. He has now increased his account size from 100,000 to 100,714. How cool is that? Imagine if this was real money. Imagine, if somebody makes 1% in a day, that starts to sound like one of those crazy Ponzi schemes, but it isn't. Could a guy make 1% a day as a goal? Yes. Could you make more than that? You could, but maybe having 1% is pretty good, Cora Timmy, did you have another question? Because I see your hand up. And please unmute if you did. If you don't, let me know that, and I will lower your hand. And
No, I don't have a question. Yeah.
Don't hesitate if you do. Don't be shy if you have a question. I'm going to disable talking for you, but if you have another one, don't be shy.
No problem. Thank you very much. I'll get back to you.
You're welcome. Okay. Somebody else had their hand. Moses, you're up. Come on down. Moses, you have the floor. Somebody said they're in fourth. Who was that? Colonel Don, I've been out for 40 minutes. Okay. I use trading. Okay, Chris is familiar with this charting package. That's good. Victor is in fourth. Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, please. I was going to ask. Hello. Oh,
We can hear you.
What we're trading right now is sort of a demo.
Moses, it appears you may have a network issue because it's breaking up pretty badly. Moses, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear.
The challenge, Moses, is we cannot hear you okay.
Loud and clear.
The challenge is the other way. It sounds as if you may have a network issue.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it seems to be better.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Well, Moses, we'll have to come back. Unfortunately, either your network is not right, or there's something not right with your audio. So, in the interest of not getting hung up on that, perhaps find a location that has better network access or something. Happy to have you come on. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and disable talking for a moment. We have another fellow in line here, so please rejoin if you can get your audio to be better. Colonel Don, you are, whoops, wrong guy. Sorry, hang on. Colonel Don, you're up.
Good evening, Robert.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm really stuck here. I don't know nothing about the page. So I just need a layman explanation how to go about it and place a trade.
Okay. Have you, let me ask you some questions just because I don't want to assume anything. Have you created an account with Brank?
Yes, I've done that already.
Okay. Have you logged into that account?
I'm there right away.
Oh, you're there now?
I'm just going there. I want to, okay.
You need to log in. You need to log into your account. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the next step is come here to Brank. You see up in, or when you pop in, this is what you'll see. Okay. When you first come into Brank, you should see this screen. When you've logged in. Okay. Once you see this screen and you're logged in, look for the tournament that we're in. Okay. And that is this one right here. Brank Introduction Live for Beginners in Africa with Robert M. Burns. Notice it's a free tournament. So click right on that one right there. Do you see it on my screen?
I've seen your screen. So let me go back to the page. Just a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to you in just a moment. I'm gonna mute you for the moment, and I'll come right back. I want to get somebody else queued up here so we find out what their question is in the interest of time.
Okay.
Godwin, you're back. Hit us with the question.
Yes, Mr. Robot, I'm back.
Yes. What is your question?
Okay, I just signed up.
Oh, perfect.
I just signed up on Brank right away.
Excellent. And did you log in?
Yes, I've logged in,
Okay.
but the only challenge is I may not be able to be working on the screen at the same time, trying to see where you are pointing at. But
It's hard. It's hard because the format, are you on a phone?
yes, I'm making use of a phone.
Yeah. The challenge is because the screen is small, you're not going to have it displayed in the same manner you do on a computer. So what you need to do once you log in on the phone, scroll down until you find the webinar, or excuse me, the tournament that is Brank Introduction Live for Beginners in Africa with Robert M. Burns. When you see it,
Yes.
click on it. When you click on it, all of the functionality is identical. It's just the formatting changes on the phone because it's such a small screen. So when you click on it, then it will take you in. And if you've not joined the tournament, you will need to click the green button that says join. Once you have done that, then the next step is to say, it'll say trade now. Okay. In which case you want to execute, do that. Click on trade now. That will take you in, and then you have the opportunity to do what we did. Find the win pair, which should still be in the list here. It's down near the bottom. Boo-hoo. Click that, and you're in. Okay. So there you go.
All right.
Okay. Did that answer your question?
No.
No. What part did I not answer?
No, I said there is no question for now. Let me quickly do what you asked me to do.
Okay, good. So it did answer your question, though.
I've clicked on the join now.
Okay.
Join for free, rather.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so I've clicked on the join for free. Then I'm seeing something about the tournament.
Okay, well, once you click join, then you should see trade now should pop up. If it hasn't, just hit refresh and look for trade now. That's the next button. Also will be green. Okay. I'm going to let you stew on that for a minute. I'm going to mute you and I'm going to come back to you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, Colonel Don, you're up. Mike Courtesy telephone. Colonel Don, I've asked you to unmute. Please unmute. And Chris, I'm going to get you queued up to be next in line here.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Where are you at?
I'm there. Okay, let me go back to the page again. Hold on just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there. So, buy position. What do I do? I'll be below the position.
Okay. Let me, can you see my screen right now?
Do I go back to your screen? Okay, I'm coming. Let me join the Zoom page. Okay. I can see your screen.
Okay. So are you looking at the currency pair? In other words, not on your screen, because if you're bouncing back and forth, I know that's hard, but just are you also on a phone?
I'm on a phone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What you want?
The currency pair.
Okay. So then the next step is to determine, like in this case, if I want to, let's say I want to buy some more wink just to show you or win. What I have right now is I have $49,000 of cash to do that with. Okay. In my account in USDT. Let's say I want to buy 25% more of that amount. I would click on this first gray bar right here, click. And notice it puts in 12,400 and it computes the 25% automatically for me. Okay. Then I click on buy position, click. And now my win position should have increased right there. It did. It went up to 62,000. Do you see it here? Right over here?
See, where exactly?
I'm over here.
I'm coming just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Good.
Buy position. The bar on top of buy position, right?
Yeah. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing today is just buying. I'm going to show you how to close a trade here in a minute. but I want to just have people.
Okay.
Don't worry about win or lose here, guys. The only thing I want you concentrating on, let me finish. The only thing I want you concentrating on is entering. That's what's critical. I want you to learn how to push that button. Okay. Enter a trade.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
see how we're doing on that very topic. So Colonel Don, I'm gonna leave you here for a minute. I want to mute you so that we can have some others contribute as well and ask questions. So you can unmute if you do have a question. But guys, please be respectful of others when you have background noise, especially. Don't leave yourself unmuted. It's very disruptive from audio. Okay. So Colonel Don, I'm going to mute you. You can unmute whenever you wish.
Okay.
Okay. Here, how we doing here? Hey, we're having a much better tournament today. I like this. We've got a good number of people in. We still need these guys down here. Ibieni, Godwin, Colonel Don. You need to place a trade. You're still showing as not being in a trade, so you need to change that based on your new information you just got. I want you to pull the trigger right now. Go do it. Get in. Water's warm. Bimidele, Declan, Chris, you need to enter a trade. Anthony, enter a trade. Martins, guys, get in the game. It doesn't matter whether you're not making the perfect trade today. The main thing is I want you to get in a trade. Okay, that's how you learn this. So, Chris, are you good? Did you have a question? Chris Femi, you have the floor. Chris Femi. White courtesy telephone to Chris Femi. While we're waiting for him, Stanley Enyinya, I cannot pronounce that name. I'm sorry. You are, wait a minute, click. Stanley, while we're waiting for Chris, let's see if your question is fresh on your mind. Let's hear from Stanley.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, my problem, I ranked high before, then all of a sudden I dropped. I just wanted to know, is it just placing trade, and what do I do extra to make sure I'm coming off this, up, like the good ones, like playing it good? I found out that I dropped to 7th or 8th place. I don't know what else to do. Should I just watch?
That's called trading, brother. you got into a coin that went south on you. So that happens. In other words, mainly victory is you got in a trade. That's mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned. Let's see where I am in the list. I'm barely catching up to Achuba. I'm in 5th place. I'm not worried about my outcome today, guys. I'm not. I just simply want to get people in the game. So the fact that you placed a trade is a victory. Okay. I'm going to show you how to close a trade in a minute, but let's get everybody in the hunt here. Let's get everybody in the game. You're not in the game until you place a trade. You got to learn how to place a trade. Okay. So don't be shy. Colonel Don, you're up. Colonel Don, a little pressure here. Place the darn trade. Everybody else is in. Come on, man. Try to keep up. Okay. I'm having fun. The coach is a mean man.
Okay.
So today I don't want to worry about outcomes as much as far as what's the real, the best thing to trade. How do we enter a position at what time? We'll get into that a little bit, but the main thing I want to do right now today, guys, is get people in trades and have them close trades. I'm going to show you those two things. Okay. And I'll show you some other stuff as well. Let's see. Adebayo, do Brank have a Facebook or Telegram group that we can join to get connected with other Yes. That's a very good question, Adebayo. I will do that right now because that's probably the most important thing is where do we go from here? I am going to post both the Telegram group and the Facebook group in chat here. Give me just a second. I'm glad you asked that question. You actually nudged me to do something I wanted to do anyway. So Adebayo coming at you. Here is Telegram. Let me get this so that it's going to go to everybody. Here's the Telegram group for the team. Once you're in there, I'll also get you plugged into probably the most important place you can be, which is Discord. Okay, Discord, if you're not on it, it's a great platform and it's the future with Brank. Now on Facebook, let me get there. Okay, here is the Facebook group. I will get that posted in here as well. So there's how to get plugged in. That's a very good question. Keep asking that question whenever I forget, please. No problem, Chris. That happens all over the place. I wish that we had internet that worked all over the world successfully and continued to not misbehave. Okay. Let me see what other questions we've got. Colonel Don, have you placed a trade? I don't see a trade from Colonel Don. Come on, brother. Get in the game. I'm giving you a hard time. You were on mic. You said you were pressing the button. Come on. Make me a believer.
I can't.
Where are you at, Colonel Don?
I've been told no. I have no assets.
Sorry?
I've been told I have no assets.
I'm sorry. I didn't follow you.
Can you hear me?
I can, but it's the dialect difference. I've
been told that I have no assets.
I don't asset. Can you say it a different way?
Okay, let me send a message to you.
Robert. Robert.
Yes.
He is saying that whenever he wants to place make a trade, he will be told that he has no assets.
Okay. Let me suggest, Colonel Don, what I want you to do is just choose 25%. You should see, let me ask you a question here. Do you see USDT on my screen right here in Zoom?
I'm coming. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
The screen is so, I'm using phone, so I have to scroll. Oh, I don't know which.
This is where it's challenging on a phone, guys. I won't lie.
To the left or the right?
It's on the right-hand side, and it's underneath assets here. You should see USDT, and then you should have a balance in there. As long as you have something above zero, then you do have an asset. What I want you to do is just choose 25% position. That should enable you to enter the trade. Don't try to choose 100%. Just choose 25% for now. That will get you in a trade. Okay?
Where the Kesa is. Where the Kesa is.
Sorry?
I've seen it. Where your Kesa is. The empty bar is on top of a buy position.
Yeah, there are bars that are right above it. Choose the first bar. That will be 25%.
Okay.
Then click buy.
Let me do it right away. Okay.
Okay,
I'm there. Let me try it.
Okay, I'm going to mute you for a minute because we've got others backing up with questions. So give that a roll and see if you can get that to happen. Okay, Declan, you're up. And Pius, you're next. Followed by Ochuba. Followed by Ibieni. Pius, or excuse me, Declan, what you got? Declan Namadi, Namdi, not sure how to pronounce that, is the first end. I can see very quickly I'm going to be learning a lot about family names in Nigerian. Oh, hey, look at what happened with Win, guys. Woohoo! 1.86%. Yeah, baby. Look at what we got here. We got a big green candle going on with Win. I'm happy in real life because I own some of this, and it's gotten beat up the last few days. You see this big drop down. I'm really happy to see that taking place. Let me see where this is on the 15-minute chart. Still got a ways to go to get up to the recent high here. Let's see where we are on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, we still got a real long ways to go to get back up in here, but making progress. At least we're seeing green candles. Yay. Okay, Declan, do you have a question? You're able to unmute. White courtesy telephone to Declan. Declan, if you can hear me, but you're for some reason don't have your microphone behaving, type your question in chat and I'll be sure to try to answer it. Cora Timmy, I'm not sure why you're getting that, because I'll just read that out to people, and I suspect because we have other people that are trading, they did not get that for some reason. So I'm not sure why that would be in your case. He says, this is the reply I keep getting, can't connect securely to this page. This might be because the site uses outdated or unsafe TLS security settings. If this keeps happening, try contacting the website's owner. Did anybody else see that? Anybody else get that message on their browser when coming into the Brank site? I'm hearing already lots of no's, including me. Didn't have that issue. So Cora Timmy, that may be something with your internet provider. Don't know. But I don't want to hang up the webinar on that. So that'll be something you'll need to get together with support on and solve that, or perhaps your internet provider. Okay, Declan, no answer there. So if you still have a question, I will look forward to hearing that from you. But in the meantime, I'm going to get somebody up on the mic that has a question. Let me do this. Let's see here. Ochuba, you're up. Ochuba Ibe. I hope I'm pronouncing. Welcome.
Yeah, you pronounced it very well.
Good.
Yeah.
The old man from America is learning new names.
yeah, you got mine like I'll say 96%. So you
okay, good. What is your question?
Yeah, my question is I'm on a laptop actually,
Mm-hmm.
but for some reason I'm finding it hard to navigate your screen and also my the page where I opened Brank.
Mm-hmm.
I have to like close your screen and go over to the Brank page. So I almost missed placing the trade at the right time, but I think I still entered.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was now to compress both screen and then make it a little small so that I can be looking at both at the same time.
Some of this, brother, is just getting used to having Zoom. If you're unfamiliar with Zoom or haven't used Zoom much, Zoom can be a pain in the neck. It can get in your way. So some of it is getting used to navigating with Zoom and then having the web page where you're actually trading at the same time. And that's just some of the learning curve for everybody. I do see that you're successful at placing a trade. So good for you. That's a victory.
Yes, I did.
And not only placing a trade, you're in 5th place. You're doing pretty well.
Okay. Yes, and concerning the position, I was like trying to view it on my own page. So I don't know where I could get that, or is it just
what I do? If you can see my screen, I get the trading platform, so that I can look at the trades. You see back here, I've got it right there, and then I open another window so that I can have this, especially when I'm doing a tournament, because it's kind of funny to give people a hard time when they're not catching up, as I do. I want to make sure to engage with the audience. But you see, you can have this second window here, and then you can look at the results. So right now, Moses is kicking butt. Way to go, Moses. He is in number 1, followed by Adebayo, followed by yours truly, followed by Rex, followed by Ochuba in 5th.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Did you have any other questions, Ochuba?
No, those are my questions.
Okay. I'm going, you welcome to come back on the mic. I'm going to disable it for right now, but don't hesitate if you do have another question that pops up.
Okay, I'm still challenge. Hello, Robert.
Yes.
I'm still having challenge you. Though I'm still trying it, but all to no avail.
Okay. Keep at it. I'm sure you'll figure it out. And I'm going to disable your mic for a minute, but if you do have an additional question, you can just raise your hand. Okay.
Okay.
Stanley Enyanaya, did you have a question?
Oh, no. I'm still looking at it. No improvements yet. So I'm still wondering why I'm still there. 8th place or 7th.
Okay. Some of this, guys, is just, some of this is, everybody starts at a starting line that's different on technology and on a computer at a different place. So don't beat yourself up. I've been using this stuff probably since before many of you were born. So this is father time here, getting around on the computer is old hat. But if you're new, don't beat yourself up. I mean, that's part of the learning curve, but this is worth learning. That's the thing that's cool. You're in the right place to learn how to do this, and I take great pleasure in seeing people have victories, and actually win, for a change. It's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is continue with the tutorial here. I want to get, okay, Ochuba, I am going to lower your hand. Ibiene, you're up. And Koratimi, you're right behind him. I want to make sure you guys get your questions answered. And so Stanley, I'm going to disable yours for the moment, but if you do have an additional question, as always, don't hesitate. Okay, Ibiene, you're up.
Good evening, Robert.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone on the Zoom call. I'm actually a week or two on this Brank.
Oh, good.
But I'm a slow learner, so the whole interface looks troublesome for me. I'm new to crypto. I'm new to all of this exchange interface. I'm new to Brank. I don't even know. Yes, I know what's on my left are candlesticks, graphics. I don't even know if I'm in the tournament or not. I don't know how to engage. I don't know how to select instruments or pair. I don't know. Yes, I see buy and sell. I don't know where to.
Well,
choose.
if you see buy and sell, you're in the tournament and you're actually trading then. So that's helpful to know, because if you see that, you have logged in, you have joined the tournament, and you've chosen trade now. So you're doing good. And you're kind of a glutton for punishment, aren't you?
I'm doing what?
I said you're kind of a glutton for punishment. That's a lot of stuff to take on all at once. But that's great. Good for you.
Yeah, because I did that because I don't even know while I was clicking that it's being engaged for me.
Right.
So I needed to know what I'm doing. Yes, because I know it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Well, and the main thing now, did you, let's see here. Ibiene, where are you? I don't see you on the list of, yes, no, it shows you as in the tournament, but you've not placed a trade.
Wow.
Okay? So let's fix that right now. Okay. We're going to fix that right this minute. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. You should be staring at something that looks like this. Are you?
What?
Now, are you on a phone or a computer?
I'm on a phone.
Okay. guys, if there's any way when you do this, you can be on a computer in the future on the next tournament, it's better. It just is. I mean, if you have that luxury.
Yeah, I can for the next time, but direct me now.
Okay. So what I want you to do, are you looking at the tournament? Does the tournament look, or does your screen look like this? Does it have Brank Introduction Live for Beginners at the top?
No, my screen, I have to go back then. My screen, it's on the charts.
On Zoom, you mean?
No. I'm talking about I'm using my phone.
Right.
On my laptop, I have the Zoom on. So I'm trying to go back
Okay. So yes, what you want to do, get back to the tournament right here where you see a green button that says trade now. Okay. And I want you to navigate to that. I'm going to come back to you. I promise I will in just a minute, but I want to see what other questions we have. I'm going to let you try to get that figured out, and I'll be back to you in just a minute. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Cora Timmy, you're up. Maybe. I'm asking, please unmute, Cora Timmy.
Yes, I've unmuted myself now. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm basically having that problem, that challenge of having to sign in through Stanley, and where I am here in Porto is just it's a little bit difficult for me to do that. That's why I posted that response.
Here's what I want to do, fellas. In the interest of doing the stuff, the tournament has got another 19 minutes. I'm going to stick around after the tournament is done because I want to make sure everybody that isn't signed up can get signed up. And I'm happy to stick around. If Stanley is available to help, terrific. If he's not, terrific. No worries. Either way, I will help you get all that solved. But during the next 19 minutes, I only want to answer questions about the tournament, placing trades and exiting trades and all of that. Okay. We'll come back to the you're not signed up stuff or how do you do all of that. In the interest of providing the most value to those that already have signed up, I want to stay on the tournament topics. Fair enough?
Fantastic.
Okay. So we'll get you squared away. It'll just hang out, hang tight, and we'll come back.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Who do we have up next? Stanley, you're up. And Stanley, what is your question? Stanley Enyanaya.
Okay. Hello. Sorry, I think I'll have to click this again. I don't have any question right now.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Ebiene, how you doing? And I'm going to get Cora Timmy back up. I'm not sure if you had a question, but I want to just make sure if you do that you're able to ask it. And same thing with Colonel Don. So.
Hello.
Okay, Colonel Don, you're up. The other two, please stay muted. Go ahead, Colonel Don.
Okay, where we have the bar, where we are underneath, we have market risk only. Then underneath, we have a figure in the USDT. Then there's a bar underneath. If I input the 25% of the total amount into it, which is $25,000, it will wipe off. It doesn't go, it doesn't proceed.
Not sure why. Let's go into trade now. And if you can follow along on my screen, I'm going to try to place a trade. I'm going to choose a different currency this time because there's another thing that I want to show you guys. And we've got about 17 minutes. So I want to try to get as much stuff covered as we can about this. Those that may be having a challenge here and there, come back to another webinar, get in on the free webinar that's there, free run, which you can go in and practice it whenever you want by yourself and kind of get used to how the trading platform works. Okay, that's a very good thing to do as well. So
okay, that was. But let me get it today. I must get it now. I must get it now.
Okay, so it worked for you? Because I'm
Okay.
still showing you as having no trades, Colonel Don. Is it Colonel, by the way? Is that what the COL is for?
It's me. It's me.
Okay, but is that the right word? It's an abbreviation of Colonel?
No, Collins.
Collins. Okay, Collins. Keep working at it because I see you still have not placed a trade.
I've not placed a trade. I've not been successful.
Okay, keep working at it. I'm going to do a trade right now. I'm going to mute you in the meantime so that we don't have audio
Okay.
noise coming in. You
Okay.
can
Okay.
you can unmute at any point. Okay. Yes, exactly, Moses. So his point is that we can revisit some of this. You know, everybody's starting in a different place, but here's what you do. Let's say that I want to enter Doge. Okay. I can look right here again on the watch list. Let's click Doge, and then that particular pair pops up. And now, if I want to add Doge to my normal watch list, my general watch list, up in the upper left-hand corner here, I can choose that. And notice the star turned green. That means it's on my watch list now. What does that mean? That means that it's going to show up over here when I do a search. Now, I want to show you a concept that's a very important and powerful concept, okay? I'm going to give you some links right now, and I'm going to put them in chat. These are some things that you need to add to your toolbox, okay? One is CoinMarketCap. One is CoinGecko. Let me get to the root of that one. These are ones I'd like you to, your homework is to go create accounts on both of these sites. Okay, because these are very important tools in your toolbox. So you'll see why here in just a minute. And the third one that I want you to put in your toolbox is this one with this crazy looking stuff on the screen. You'll see what all this means here in just a minute. So one of the questions when you come in to trade currency is which one's a good to trade? Which one's a good one to trade right now, right? These sites all will give you a look at that. You can do lots of fundamental research about, do you like the project? Do you not like the project? In some cases, you may not like the project at all, but you still want to trade it because you know how to trade and you can make money. Dogecoin comes to mind in that regard. Some people really don't like it. They think it's a cheesy, no good coin, but they still trade it. Same thing for XRP. There's many that have that sentiment about XRP. So what this enables you to do, if you go to CoinMarketCap, you can very quickly determine what has a lot of volatility in the market right now. So if I want to look at what is in 7 days, what is the one that's had the most movement? Well, that's Solana. Excuse me just a moment. I've got to close a door here because I hear some background noise. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Solana had 38% movement in the last 7 days. Wow. How about the last 24 hours? Click. That's going to give me the biggest losers, and this gives me the biggest winners. Dent, I've never heard of Dent, but it's moved 28% in the last 24 hours. Now, knowing nothing else, I could look at Dent if I was inclined to, just out of curiosity. I click, and I look down here, and I go to, I see, wow, yeah, it's had some movement up, but also some movement down. And this is, let's see, in 1 day, it looks like it's kind of gone into a channel, kind of flat right here. But look at all of the information I can get very quickly about a coin. Where, if I wanted to actually in real life buy this coin, where is it traded? Aha, it's traded on Binance. That means this coin should show up on our list because we use the Binance feed. So if it's traded on Binance, there's DENT USDT pair. Aha. Do you see how quickly I got a lot of information about a particular coin? I can go down here if I'm inclined to read about it and I maybe think about investing in it, which is a different skill set than trading. But you can find a ton of information on here and also on CoinGecko about these coins. If you want the visual of what's going on, use this one called cryptobubbles.net. Isn't that cool? You can really quickly get a visual on what's moving and what's not. Ooh, sushi took a big hit, 32% in the last week. Ouch. You know, Sol up 64%. Look how quickly I can make that determination. I want to choose Dent just because I want to make that point. We just verified that it is on Binance by looking at, again, let's review that. Here we found Dent. It was a big mover, up a lot. I click on market right here, and I can then see the exchanges that this is traded on. These are all the exchanges, and it shows the volume on the exchanges. Well, look at it. You know, this is a classic case of how dominant Binance is. 346 million of the Dent token. Wow. You know, that's a lot of volume, right? So the liquidity score. And why is this important? Because if you're getting in and out of a trade, you need liquidity. If you get in some little exchange that has virtually no liquidity, it's hard to get in and out. Okay. You want exchanges that have high liquidity. So let's come back to our trading platform, back to Brank, and let's look for Dent. Notice in the upper right-hand corner here, I've got a search box. How do I find Dent? I know the symbol is DENT, and it didn't find it. I'm not sure why not. Let's try that again. Dent. There it is. Sometimes you have to type it a couple of times, as I just did. And notice here's Dent USDT. Click. I'm going to trade the Dent coin just because I want to show you how to enter a trade again. I've got $37,000 left in my account, and we're coming up on 10 minutes to the end of the tournament. So I'm going to go all in on Dent. I'm going to go 100% of my remaining balance, my 37 grand, bam, I'm in. Okay, now I'm into a couple of positions. Okay, I've got, well, it didn't enter the trade for some reason. Let me try 3/4 of the amount I've got. Let me buy a position with 3/4 of the balance I've got. Now it did enter that time. See, Dent popped up down here. So here I'm in win, here I'm in Dent. Now, how do you close a trade? That's very simple, guys. Let's say that I want to get out of half of my win position. I've got 62,000 in win right here. I click on that one to pull that particular pair up. Okay. Now I'm looking at win on the screen. And let's say that I want to close out $30,000-ish, $31,000 of the 62,000. In other words, 50%. What would I do? First thing I do is I click on sell up here. And then these bars, again, represent 25% each. So I'd click on the second bar. There's 31 grand. Bam, I've just sold that position. Okay. These are the mechanics of this platform. It's getting the mechanics first is the important thing. Then learning how to do the analysis. That's a different class, a different day. But I do want to show you this for those that know more about trading. Do we have these same indicators that are very popular indicators? Yes, because this is the TradingView charting package. So a couple of ones that are common ones, and I'm not going to get into the overview of this today, but if you want to have the MACD, you can add the MACD. If you want to have the RSI, the relative strength index, these are two very popular indicators for helping you be more proficient at trading. This goes beyond the class today, but no, these are here, and we'll get into those. And as you participate in other webinars that are or other tournaments, they go into that in detail. Okay, we've got a question about take the sell instructions again. Okay, here we go, Moses. So let's say I am here. I'm looking at my portfolio, which right now is 40,000 in cash, 31,000 in win, and 28,000 in Dent. Let's say I want to close 25% of my Dent position. So the first thing I do is I have to choose that pair. And see right here, I've got Dent. I click on Dent right there. So it's going to call up that position in my portfolio that I'm in. Here's the Dent pair. Then what I want to do is I want to sell 50% of that. So the next thing I have to choose is I have to choose sell. Sell then turns red when I've done that. I choose this particular bar, which is 50%, and I go sell. I've just sold 50% of Dent, which was a bad time to do that, by the way. It just went up. Oh, well, this isn't about the win or the lose today. It's about getting people to get the basics. So did that answer your question, Moses? And IBN, how are things coming along? I see you've not taken a trade yet. But we have a lot more people that have taken a trade today. So this is a victory. I feel like this is a big step in the right direction. Here's our leaderboard right now. Moses is still in the lead. I'm not giving you any more help, Moses. That's it. You're whooping on me. How do I close a sell position? That we don't have a means of doing shorting on here, guys. This is again just basics of entering long positions right now. Yeah, you're getting the trash talk in here, Moses. It's coming. It's coming. You keep winning. We're gonna be coming for you. So how do you do a sell call to close a long? Okay. That's what I just did. That is IBN. So let's do that again. Can you see my screen? IBN. IBNA. I'm not sure if it's IBN or IBNA. Sorry. Can you see my screen? Type yes if you can see my screen. Okay, perfect. Let's say I want to close out some win right here. So the first thing I have to do, notice I'm up here, I'm on the dent pair. That's what shows in the upper left-hand corner. I have to get that chart up first. So I click on win. That comes up. And then the next step is to, and so I've got win up here. This is wink, win, same thing. Now what I want to do, let's say I want to close 75% of that position. But see, now I'm on buy right here. You see right here? So I'm in the wrong thing. I need to go to sell, and then I need to choose that third bar, which is 75%, and I simply click sell. Boom, I've done it. Okay, that's how you enter a sell, or you close a trade that is long, or in this case, 3/4 of the trade. Can we get this webinar recorded and sent to our emails for those of us using phone that couldn't get the clear? Yes, absolutely. Vincent, make sure to plug into the groups. Got to be in the group to get that information. Okay, either the Telegram group or the Facebook group. And I posted a link before. Make sure to join one or both. You can be in both places. While I'm on that topic, I want to show you this one, and then I'll come back to it after we do this. But I want to get you guys plugged into Discord. Discord is where we're going on all of this, because just for a whole lot of reasons, it's the best platform for doing what we're doing here. It's like Telegram, it's like WhatsApp, it's like Facebook Instant Messenger, but way better than all of them put together for this especially. Okay, how we doing here? Oh, Moses has got somebody else in the hunt. I just saw him pop up there, and then Moses came back into first, but it's a horse race between Aboyami and Moses. Adebayo is in third, and I'm in fourth. I'm not helping you guys anymore. That's it. I kid. Having fun here. Okay. So Ibiene, are you good? I don't see you in a trade, brother. I wanted to see you in a trade. Koratimi, how are you doing? Colonel Colin, how are you doing? How much time have we got left in this tournament? Let's see here. We've got 1 minute and 43 seconds, guys, and it's over. Who will come in first? I need with getting into a trade. Okay. One of the things that we'll do, guys. I'm going to show you a tournament you can get in where there's not the time pressure and the clock ticking and all of that. It's days long, and you'll be able to relax and play around, and we'll do that right the minute this one's done. We're going to go over there. Yes, Colin, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Did you get in a trade?
Check for me what I've gone in.
Yes, you did. Way to go. You're in. You got it done. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Victory. I like it. I like it. We've got a good number of people that we have the majority in this time. That was my goal. I'm a teacher that takes no prisoners. I want to make sure that everybody is on board, and I do whatever I can to make that happen. Okay. So that's good. I'm going to come back to you, Colin.
Okay.
Koratimi, are you good? Where's Koratimi? He's in, isn't he? Not. Let's see. Not seeing him on the list. Okay, we're gonna work on changing that when we're done with the actual event. I think we're about done, guys. It is now done. This tournament has officially ended. Way to go. Congratulations. Moses took the tourney by $1,000. Look at that, guys. He turned 100 grand into 101,370. Way to go, Moses. Nicely done. Can you come on mic, Moses? I'm going to ask you to come on mic if you would. I'm going to see if you can.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. So let us in on the secret. Come on, man. What were you trading? It's hard to hear you. I don't know if you have,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Oh, perfect. So I've always wanted to trade on the Do coin. So when I saw it popped up on the watch list, on my watch list, I was like, okay, let me just use the rest of my book to trade on it, and it turned out well for me also. So I used the rest of the $50,000 to actually trade on that, and it came out nice.
Yes, it did, obviously. There's a classic example. I may have a predisposition about that coin, but a lot of people have made a ton of money trading that coin, which says loud and clear, you don't have to love it to trade it and make a profit, right? You just did.
Yes, exactly.
You just did. You're
Actually,
proof.
Yeah, what inspired me about the coins was I'm a fan of Elon Musk and I follow him on Twitter. So I've always updated myself with all his reports about the coin. So I'm always updated when it comes to Dogecoin, and so that's why that's my
Yeah.
So I most times trade on Dogecoin and SRP. Just that lately SRP has been turning so bad, and
Yep.
Anyway, we hope that we'll be back on in a short while.
Well, I can tell you have some experience, and that's great. No wonder. And the thing that is so cool about this platform is you will get around other people that are experienced, and they may have a different perspective on things. No matter how experienced somebody is, there's always other traders that have skills. Like we have one guy, he's a Canadian guy named Michael Woke, who you'll meet in time if you get on the platform at all. He trades a lot. He doesn't do the indicators. He trades candlesticks, and he crushes it. Then we've got a different guy who's a farmer out in Detroit. And literally, I mean, he's riding around in a tractor a lot of the time, but when he's on the tournaments, he uses the RSI. That's his favorite, and he's real good at it. Then we've got other traders that use MACD, and so you can kind of pick and choose what you like. And the beauty is somebody can start out and learn the basics and then advance, and then somebody that's more skilled can refine their skill and hone their skill so that they're using tools that even improve their trading that much more.
Exactly. That's it.
It's very cool. So good for you. Congratulations. Place number one.
Thank you very much.
Abayomi, are you still on here? Yes, you are. You're on here more than once. I'm going to pick those two to join us for a moment. I don't know which one you can unmute. If you can unmute, Abayomi, I'd love to hear what you traded.
Hello.
Hi. We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead, Abiyami.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the lecture. This is my first time of trading.
Wow.
The strong buy indicator, when I notice it's strong, I buy. And that was what I was just doing. I was shocked to notice I was moving up. This is the first time of me doing this.
Well, you did pretty well for a beginner.
I don't know if you can.
You know, and that's great. I mean, it's fun,
Thank
isn't
you.
it? You know, it's pretty fun. And if you
yeah,
can,
it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Really, really fun.
This is the part about this whole thing, guys, that excites me the most, because if somebody comes in here and they play around and they just allow themselves to have fun and don't worry about the outcome, which normally, let's face it, if we were trading real money, we'd be like, oh man, I don't want to make a mistake, right? Get rid of that notion in Brank. Make mistakes. You're going to learn more from your mistakes than you do from your wins, actually, because what you're learning is what not to do. Then that means you learn what to do. Make sense?
Yes.
And because you don't have to worry about play money, you're not going to get hurt, you know, particularly in a free tournament, but even in a paid tournament, it's not much money. It's $1.30 for a 1 token tournament. Shoot, you know, what an inexpensive price to be able to get this skill, you know, what an inexpensive investment in your knowledge, which is the most precious thing you have, is your own knowledge. Yeah. You know, it's huge. So congratulations on your victory. Quite a thing as a beginner. Good for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Hello, please. I don't know if it's I have some burning questions I would like to ask. Please, I don't know if I can proceed.
Yes, give me just one more minute. I want to interview our third place in the tourney, and then I will come back to you, Moses.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Adebayo, let me find you. Are you still on here? You are. Adebayo, you're up. Numero tres.
Yes, thank you, Robert.
It's my pleasure. What were you trading?
For this opportunity? I just try to trade the coin that are going up.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when I'm looking at the candle, I use the MACD and I just look at the trend of the candle, and I place the trade, and it worked well for me. That's what I was doing, and I could see myself going up. But but I have one issue. I didn't know whether I should sell and repurchase again. So I didn't sell. So I don't know whether I can sell and repurchase again. That's my question now.
You didn't know if you could sell or purchase again?
Yes.
Yeah, you in other words, if you place a long trade, that's a good question. If you place a long trade, let's say you bought Doge, okay? Let's say 50% of your account was in Doge, and suddenly it went up and you had a bunch of profit. Happy days. Could you close all of it out and lock in that profit? Yes. Could you close out a portion of it, maybe half of it, and lock in that profit? Yes. You do that by simply doing a sell trade against that trade that you have a long position in.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me see here. I am going to, and guys, everybody that placed a trade today, congratulations. You're a winner because you engaged. You got it done. You got into the tournament. That's how you learn. Moses, you had I promised you to come back to you. Please, you had some additional questions.
Okay, thank you very much. My first question is, please, whenever we close the trade, like when we sell, does the money actually goes back to our assets?
Yes.
Or
yes.
Okay, goes back to our assets.
And if you have losses, it takes it out of your assets. So keep that. It's like real trading. In other words, if you have a good position, and sometimes you may want to close out in a profit and go buy something else that you like the looks of that's better.
Oh, okay, perfect. Mm-hmm. So my second question is, how do we fund upon opening an account? How do we fund?
I thought you'd never ask.
Of course I will.
I definitely want to cover that because that's how we make money here. So, that will not be an arm twist in my case. Hold that thought if you would. And I'm going to show you something that is very, very significant, because you can do it with Ethereum right now today, but I want to show you something that is very significant. Okay. And if you're patient, if you have the patience to wait until the beginning of the week, can you see my screen?
Of course I can.
Okay. I should have brought this up to begin with. This was it was the biggest thing, the biggest announcement, I think, since I've been in Brank. We now, early next week, will have the ability for people to be able to purchase tokens with a Visa or Mastercard, Maestro or Amex. Or if somebody's in America, Diners Club, or not Diners, Discover as well. Why is this significant? Because first of all, Ethereum fees have been very high. Anybody that's experienced in crypto knows that the Ethereum fee structure has been just out of this world. It's been really, really high. Okay. With this, I'm going to, Moses, I'm going to ask you to mute just while we're chatting here because I'm getting a lot of background noise.
Okay.
And then you can unmute whenever you wish, but that way it just keeps the audio under control. This, guys, is the biggest announcement, I think, since I've been in Brank, because normally when you buy tokens, and I'll show you where to go do this, you have to pay with Ethereum. And first of all, there's a lot of people, as evidenced on this webinar and this tournament, that are new. They don't know how to do all that, right? Well, here's what's cool. If somebody has a Visa or MasterCard or other cards, depending on their country, they can now purchase tokens with a Visa or MasterCard. Next question, is this legal in Nigeria? Yes. Why? It's not a crypto. It's a ticket. It's a ticket to a tournament. So there should be no issue with the bank saying, is that a crypto? It is not. You're paying for an education to learn how to trade. How cool is that? This means that you can play, and for the new person that doesn't know anything about crypto, we've just removed that barrier completely when this comes to life, which it will early this coming week. Daniel called me yesterday because he's so excited about what's going on with Nigeria and what we're up to. And of course, I'm tickled as well. I'm going to tell you guys something. Nigeria, the traffic from Nigeria outdid all other countries combined. Let that sink in. It sure did for me. When he showed me that graphic, I went, holy smokes, I had no idea. I had kind of a intuitive hunch that it was pretty good. I had no idea it was that good. So he called me up and he said, man, you need to let the Nigerians know this, that we're going to have the ability to use Visa and MasterCard early next week. I did a transaction myself yesterday and saw it work with my Visa card, a credit card, actually. So couldn't be more excited about that. It's going to be a game changer for Brank. We just removed a big barrier. Now, somebody comes in, they buy some tokens so they can play. They earn money later on. How they get compensated is still being worked out, because if you buy with a debit card, then you need to be compensated with that same card. There's all these money laundering issues that have to be absolutely straight, and Brank is all about making sure that's done correctly. If somebody comes in with Ethereum and they purchase with Ethereum, then they'll be compensated in Ethereum coins like USDC. So the good news is we just made the barrier of entry for Brank way lower, like removed it. In other words, somebody can play, they can be in getting their education, which is the primary benefit with Brank is getting that together. And then, there is the opportunity to do what I'm doing as an affiliate and put a lot of people in the organization, and you get compensated every time they buy tokens. So, I, of course, for obvious reason, like that. Did that answer your question, Mohammed?
Moses, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It does.
Sorry, Moses.
I understand it does. So, okay. What if we were to buy, can't we buy with other coins rather than Ethereum?
No.
Okay.
Ethereum's it. Ethereum's it, or Visa or MasterCard for now. And Visa or MasterCard is not active yet. It'll turn on this coming week, early this coming week.
It's okay. It's okay. And now, if I'm to buy with my Visa card or Mastercard per se, that will be the same medium I'll use to take out some money if I wish to at any point, right?
You just have to, basically what you'll do is you'll come up and you go up to buy tokens, and you'll see the Visa MasterCard logo pop up when it's available. And then you can choose to use that, or you can choose to use Ethereum. The snag with Ethereum right now, just why this was so important, and why this, when Daniel mentioned this, that it was so significant to me. I was doing a demo the other day where I wanted to show people how to buy 5 tokens. I'm like, okay, I'm going to build this video and make it so it's easy to follow along. And I go to buy it, actually do the purchase, and the fee, the Ethereum gas fee. So the tokens were $6.50. The Ethereum gas fee was $11. I'm like, and the Ethereum fees have been just out of this world, very high. This, by contrast, has an $8 flat fee if you buy 5 tokens. If you buy 350 tokens, it's $8. Now, what's coming soon, and you can do this also with Ethereum, get somebody in country that has a whole bunch of Ethereum, and soon you'll be able to have them transfer from their account over to respective accounts. In other words, where you internal transfer. So one guy gets a really good fee on Ethereum, buys a lot of it, and then he has $1,000 and I want $100 worth of Ethereum. He can then transfer $100 worth of tokens over to my account. So we'll see that soon. That's coming very soon, like inside of 2 weeks. So a lot of things are manifesting right before our eyes with Brank, which is great news, especially for those of us that I've been excited about this since the minute I saw it, because I saw the potential. The educational potential is just enormous. We've got a couple of other folks up here. Let's see here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to just pop them all in here, and one by one, whoever talks first with the others, please allow them to ask their question before unmuting. So in the interest of time, we've got Kenneth, we've got Cora Timmy, Ibien, and Abayomi. Who would like to go first?
Okay, good evening, Robert.
Kenneth, it's you.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to ask if because from the example you gave us during the tournament, we bought a particular coin. What if I decide to sell and I want to close? How do I go about it?
Okay. Instead of telling you, I want to show you, because I want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So I mentioned to you that there was a tournament that I want everybody to join to practice on, because it is a free one. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
Type yes if you can see my screen, guys. Yes in chat. I want to make sure everybody's following along. Okay, Moses has got it. Tosin, Abiyomi, Ayodeji, Kenneth, Chris. Okay, good. We've got enough that we've got a quorum. Okay, right here is free run. Notice entry price free. Hard to beat free. You've got 101 people playing in here. So this is what I want to see tournaments look like when they're not free. But imagine the kind of money you're making, and you don't have to charge that much, but you get a lot of people playing. Wow, that's pretty cool. Then you've got tournaments that have 2 tokens or 5 tokens or 50 tokens. Will people play in those? Yeah, you're going to attract the ones that are skilled traders. They know that they got a whoop on Moses, who placed first. They got to, it is competition after all. Okay, so let's go in here to free run. And so I'm logged into my Brank account. I already set up my account. I've logged in, and now I'm looking at a tournament that I'm thinking about joining. Okay. You see in the middle, trade now. That means I'm making a choice to enter this tournament and trade in it. If it's a paid tournament, I'm also choosing to expend the tokens necessary to play in that tournament if I wish to do so. Okay. In the free one, obviously there's no cost. This tournament ends in 2 days, 1 hour and 39 minutes. The minute it ends, there'll be a new one called free run. These are kind of they're cycling, and look who's in first place. He's a guy on the team from Nigeria. Callistus is killing it. $106,021.57. And look who's in third place. The man, he's on the webinar with us right now, Stanley Eziocha. Trying to pronounce his name correctly. You see lots of names here that are clearly not from Kansas. I couldn't be more tickled, because this is proof positive of what's going on in Nigeria and the marketing. I'm for obvious reason very pleased about that. But lots of Nigerians got the memo about crypto, and I just found out, and I'm so thrilled that that's happening. So, and there's Tombra in 39th. Everybody above $100,000 is in profit, guys. When you look at this list, keep that in mind. What if that were real money? And Callistus has made $6,000. Wow, that's pretty impressive, right? What if he turns that skill into real money with real account? He learned on play money, but then he got skilled enough that he's not afraid to go over and trade with real money. How about that? So let's go in. We click trade now, and we're entering into the tournament. Okay. And actually, no, I'm not entering into the tournament. What I'm doing is I'm choosing to place a trade. So this is where I want you guys to say, wait a minute, stop. I didn't get it. Okay. If you have something that you have a question mark about on here, don't be shy. In other words, we had a question about how do I get into a trade? Okay. Let's review that. So here I am. I'm looking at Bitcoin Tether. I don't want Bitcoin Tether. I don't like Bitcoin Tether. I want something else today. I think I want to look, somebody mentioned Dogecoin. So I'm going to go in, look at what pops up on the list. Why? Because I had it favorited. I had it on my watch list. If you recall, I did that. You choose this little star in the upper left-hand corner, and when you click on here, then the coins that you're interested in show up. They're on your watch list. I'm choosing Doge right here. Click, and Dogecoin pops up. The chart for Dogecoin pops up. Now, how do I enter a trade? I've got apparently I'm already in this tournament, and that's interesting. Okay. I guess I was already in here. So I've got $25,000 in win. I've got 22,000 in MKR, and I've already got some money in Digibyte. I've got $10 left. So this is actually good, because what I need to do is I need to free up some money to buy something else. So this will answer the question about how do I do that. Let's say I want to get out of DGB. It's kind of a giant loser right now anyway, so I'm just going to cut my losses, okay? So I go click, and I come over here to sell right here. And notice I'm on DGB, upper left-hand corner. Verify that, first of all, that you're on the right pair. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell, and I want to sell 100% of my position in DGB. So I just click the last bar over here, and I go click, and drum roll, I'm out. I've now got 34 grand in my USDT account. Everybody follow that? Type yes if you followed that. Type no if you didn't. And don't be shy. If you didn't follow it, I'll do it again. I'll make it more clear. It needs to be more clear if I see any no's. Okay, that's good. Oh, we got a no. Colonel Don. Okay, why don't you come on mic and tell me where I lost you? I got a few no's.
Okay, just a little bit backwards. Just move a step backwards. After selecting the Dodge.
Okay.
Okay.
After, I'm sorry, I didn't follow you.
Okay. I was out there.
Could you say it again, please?
Just a step backwards.
I think he means after selecting the open position that he wants to close. I think that's what he's talking about.
No, not there. Before then, I miss out.
Okay, let me enter a position, and then I'm going to close the position. Would that help answer the question?
Okay, open the question and close the position.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'm going to mute you here for a minute, and you can unmute, yeah, whenever you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got $34,000 sitting in my account right now. I've taken a beating on my overall assets. I'm down to 82,000. I'm the biggest loser probably on this tournament, but I'm not. I'm just trying to make this educational. I'm not trying to win. So the first thing I want to do is I got to find Doge. Okay, how do I do that? I can go up to the search bar in the upper right hand. Sin, we can hear a lot of noise coming from you. So I'm going to mute you, and then if you still have a question, you can raise your hand, and then I will come back and unmute you. But in the interest of keeping the audio under control, I need to mute you. Okay, so now, upper right-hand corner, type in DOGE, and voila, we found Doge, okay? So I click on that, and now what I want to do is I want to place a buy trade in Doge. So I'm going to take half of my cash. I've got $34,000 left. I'm going to take half of my cash and I don't care about right now whether it's a good trade or not. I just want to show you the mechanics. So there's half. That's 50% of my position. See $17,000 over here on the right, and I go buy. Okay. Now, boom, Doge just showed up in my portfolio under my assets down here. Here's my position. I've got $17,000 in Doge. Okay. So far, so good. Colin?
Yes.
You're tracking with me?
Yes, please.
Okay, very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Doge, okay? So I come up here to sell, and I say, okay, I don't like Doge. I want out completely. I'm going to go 100% of that position by choosing the fourth bar here. Now, I could type in the number, but it's kind of tedious to do that. So I like these little bars that Daniel put in. So I just simply choose 100% of the position and then click sell. It's as simple as that. And I'm out of Doge, and the money goes back into the cash account. Okay?
Yes, please. Very correct. I get it.
So you followed me, yes?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. We've got a hand in the air with Ebiene.
Hello, Robert.
Yes.
On phones, those bars are not displayed. It's only sell position or buy position that you find there.
I think it depends. It depends on the phone. On some phones they are there. On some they're not.
Or maybe the side.
It depends. It depends on the operating system and how current the phone is. But to be sure, make no mistake, if you can do this in front of a computer, it's much more elegant. If you have that luxury, if you can get in front of a computer, it's just.
I have a computer, but I prefer to use phone is more flexible and I can always move with it. The laptop is always at home. So I will try. Okay. I will try to use it.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, Ochuba, I see your hand in the air. I see Ebiene, and who else?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Welcome.
Okay, yeah. My question is, when we enter the tournaments, okay, are we supposed to play like, can we enter multiple trades, or we just enter one trade?
Yeah. You can have, if you're that guy that says, hey, I want to create some diversification. I don't want to put too much weight in any one pair. Yes. Nope. I think that guy's wrong. I want everything in one pair. Yes. Is one right or one wrong? Nope. Whoever wins is the one that was right.
Okay. And also we can close a particular trade at any time we want.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a question that came up actually while we're on this topic of closing trades. What happens at the end of the tournament? Once the tournament is over, it just looks at whoever's in first. That's that. It's written in stone. You're done. Do you have to close the trades? Nope.
Okay.
Just looks at
you don't really have to close the trade.
I'm sorry?
So you don't really have to close the trades, because I was worried I didn't close my trade.
No, sometimes it's good to close the trades during the tournament, but at the end, when you get to the end, it does it automatically. In other words, it takes a snapshot of whoever's in first. But if you want to, you can close trades in profit and lock in the profit. A lot of guys will do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So I want to make sure, let's see who else we had. Whoever has not gotten their question answered, don't be shy. Unmute if you're able to talk right now. If you're not, put your hand in the air. Moses, you're coming back. I see your hand in the air.
Yes, please. So sorry about that.
No worries.
I just want some clarity in few things you just said.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one observation I just saw. I noticed when you were closing your Dogecoin, your Doge trade, it went straight to your USDT instead of your assets. Why is that so?
I'm not sure I followed. I closed the Doge trade, and then that's where you lost me.
Okay. My question is, I noticed that when you closed your Doge trade, the money actually went straight to your USDT instead of your assets. Why is that so?
Well, USDT is what is settled on these trades. In other words, this is treated as your the account it settles in. And so it went to USDT. It also did, the assets is the total of all of these added up together, of which USDT is a component of them. But when you close the trade and USDT is the other half of the pair, it settles in USDT, which is part of your assets. Did that answer your question?
My question is yes, please. Secondly, my second question is so sorry about that. Please, for the paid tournaments, because I saw where you have to pay two. I don't know, is it two token or $2? I really don't get that part.
The tokens are $1.30 in value. In other words, when you use Ethereum to buy tokens, they are $1.30 per token. Now, depending on the fee for Ethereum, which we have no control over, Ethereum charges those fees. The actual cost may be considerably different than that, higher, right? In other words, averaging out what is the fee, which is why if you can get a guy, there's a fellow, Amika Joseph, who's been very helpful, and he's one of the two fellows that's a moderator working with me. Stanley Ezeocha also is. And these guys have been very helpful. So I'm trying to help them out also. And what Amika is doing, we're working on a couple of projects together, but the central point is if you can assemble more Ethereum with one purchase, the fee, if you pay a $20 fee for $100 or a $20 fee for $500, obviously it's better to buy the $500 if you can do that. So you get a group of people together and then you send out their relative piece That's the concept. And so he's somebody that is doing some of that. Now that will change a great deal once we have the ability to use debit cards and credit cards, and that's going to be a game changer for Brank. So I'm so excited about that.
Okay. So, okay, my third question is, when do someone knows when you're going live? Or
I try not to be a secret agent. I put those notifications in the groups, and usually days in advance. But for my lives, I'm doing them. I'll probably be doing them once a week, and then sometimes twice a week. Once the Visa Mastercard thing really is out and it's running, I'll probably be doing more of them because I want to get people plugged in and teaching them how to play, because it's very profitable. They gain a lot of benefit by being a student and by plugging in, no matter their skill level. They can make money by winning tournaments that convert to credits in paid tournaments. And they can make money doing what I'm doing with the affiliate stuff, which for obvious reason I'm keen on. In other words, they make money. I'm a Brank Plus member, so I make 20% of the token purchase amount. They come aboard on my team. They enroll somebody. They make whatever percentage they are in the compensation plan. I make 5% of whatever their people buy. So I'm keen on giving them a lot of help and giving them a lot of assistance, because it's good for business.
Yeah, that's okay. So that makes it there's a prize tag for each winner at the end of the tournament, right?
Sorry?
That makes it that there's a prize tag for each winner at the end of the tournament.
A prize pool? Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you look at the paid tournaments and you see the end, excuse me, just a minute. We've got a huge amount of pollen here where I am, and it's killing me. At the end of the tournaments, you see who the winners are. The top 10 get credits in direct proportion. So number 1 gets the most credits, number 2 somewhat less, and so on all the way down the list for the 10 top players. And those credits may be more than the token purchase that they paid. And in many cases, they're a lot more. So you start to see that, and you realize if I have skills, I'm playing for free.
Okay.
Or I'm profiting.
Thanks. Okay. I understand. Thanks for.
Oh, you're welcome. We had some folks that wanted to sign up, and I want to make sure I respect that as well.
Okay.
And I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you have other questions, Moses?
Not at all. Maybe with time. Not at all. Thanks.
You're welcome. Somebody had a problem or a question trying to sign up with Stanley's link, and I can't remember who that was, but would you please let us know in chat who you are if you still have an issue with signing up with Stanley? In the meantime, Colonel Don, did you have another question? Or Colin, did you have another question? Does anybody have another question?
Yes, I think I have one.
Please.
Okay, so when you enter, for example, let's say you enter the paid tournament and you're doing your stuff. Well, is there going to be someone like, teaching us how to read the charts, how to...
Yes, great question.
How to know the RSI indicators and all that?
Yes. And the the thing that you'll discover is, as you get into this, there's the intro tournaments, and we literally take, in many cases, people that have never touched anything crypto. So that's more challenging for obvious reason, where they don't have a background with it. So you got to kind of bring them along slowly. But the more advanced tournaments, they get into a lot of detail that is, a much different level of skill than what we're dealing with on an intro tournament. So you get a sense very quickly of what one is going to deliver what I'm after, as far as having capable traders. A guy I want you to keep an eye out for is Farmer John. He's a guy my age. He's an American, nice guy, and he's very good at the RSI. So if you're interested in RSI trading, keep an eye out for him. He's good. There's another guy that's a Canadian named Michael Woke. He doesn't necessarily have his name on tournaments, but if you see him as a player that's registered, that's a good tournament to be in. This guy is a beast with candlestick stuff. He's one of the best at price action trading. Those are two of my favorite guys. They help me out a lot, and I appreciate them a great deal. And they're very good at doing what they're doing.
Okay.
Hello, Robert.
Yes.
I want to ask, can one make multiple purchase of the tickets at a time and play different games that it covers? The number of games it covers.
I'm sorry, man. This old American ear is having a hard time tracking.
Can you get me? You don't get me? Hello?
Robert, let me answer his question.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Is that Stanley?
When you buy a ticket,
Stanley, if that's you, you're very hard to hear. You need to be closer to the mic.
Robert, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can, Colin.
Okay. I said, can you buy multiple tickets at a time and play to cover maybe like 2, 3, or 4 games? You don't want to buy in one.
Yeah. Okay. Now I understand the difference, guys, is there's a dialect thing that, I'm not used to, and I will get used to it, but it's challenging if somebody speaks very rapidly in a different dialect. I don't track that well. Which I have the same challenge with my developer who is from Bangladesh. And I said, dude, you got to slow down, man. I can't understand you.
Okay, I speak fast though. Sorry.
That's okay. And in his case, English is a second language. So that's a very interesting challenge. Okay, let's go back. You log into Brank. How do you buy tokens? You see the button right up here in the upper right-hand corner?
Mm-hmm.
Click. And here are the different choices of token amounts that you can purchase. They range from $6.50 to $1,300. And so to answer your question, yes, you can buy packages of tokens that there are more of. You can also, as you win tournaments, if your skill has improved and you're starting to win tournaments, or you're already skilled and you come in and you win tournaments, you can convert your credits into tokens, which is another thing that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Think of tokens like a ticket that you buy, and then that gives you the right to play in tournaments. Think of credits as that's your skill. That's what you've earned. That's what either through trading you've earned or through inviting other people into this platform, doing the affiliate stuff like what I'm doing. I'm doing both, but my background is on the affiliate stuff. So not surprisingly, that's what I try to really excel at. And it's working pretty well. I won't lie. I am delighted with the response from Nigeria. David Iwo, are you still on the call? I'm going to escalate. I'm going to make it so you can unmute. David, I see it looks like you're talking, but we don't hear you.
Good evening, sir.
I can hear you.
Okay, you mentioned amount that is good in using candlesticks to trade. So, and I love trading too with candlesticks. I mean, I love learning to trade with candlesticks. So I don't know if you can connect me with him so that I can follow him up to know more about candlesticks.
David, your audio is very muffled for some reason. I'm not hearing you clearly.
Can you hear me, sir?
Much better. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to. I'm asking you to connect me with the comedian that you said knows much about candlestick, so that I can follow him up. I really love learning how to trade with candlestick.
I'd have you plug in with two guys because they're really this is the Canadian. He's actually a truck driver. That's what he does for a living, but he's actually a very capable trader. And he's looking to trading to get out of driving trucks. He's in Alberta, Canada, way up north. He's like right near the Eskimos, literally.
Okay.
That's Michael Woke is how you pronounce his last name. And the other one is John Arting. He is the guy with RSI. And he goes by Farmer John, and he literally is a farmer.
Okay, John Michael.
Michael Woke is the candlestick guy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I just typed that in chat.
So is there a means to get in touch with him?
Yeah, just look for him on the tournaments. Yep. Join the tournament that they're in, and you can connect with them and you look over their shoulder. They often will join me on these also. In other words, both of them are very busy. Michael had to do some stuff today to drive, so he couldn't be here. John actually is a farmer, and he started plowing fields today, so he couldn't be here. So I was solo today, other than with Stanley. Stanley Ocha is helping me out.
Okay, so when next will the tournament be on?
Sorry?
I mean, when next will you be having the tournament?
I will have one midweek next week. I don't know when, but I'm not a secret agent. Believe me, when we have a tournament, I stand on top of the mountain and yell at the top of my lungs. I will not be a secret agent. You'll know if are you plugged in on Telegram or Facebook?
Yeah, on Facebook.
On Facebook?
Can you hear me, sir?
Did you say on Facebook?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On Facebook.
You're in the group on Facebook?
Yes, sir. I'm in the group.
My Brank group. In other words, let me show you the one that I'm talking about so that it's not a mystery.
Hello?
I can hear you. Are you in this group? Can you see my? Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see my, yes, yeah. Sorry. I am sharing. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen, sir.
Are you in this group?
Yes, I'm in this group. Yes.
Perfect. You'll know all about every time I'm going to do
the project.
Every time I do a tournament, you will know for sure. Just tune into the group. I won't keep it a secret. I promise.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
And also, most of the time I send out emails, but definitely we post in the groups. So that's a good way to be apprised of what we're up to.
Yeah, I always receive emails.
Right. I send those out a lot also, as you know. Okay. Can we see the trade others on the tournament? Nice try, Moses. Now I know why tigers eat their young. That's one of the things I asked right off the bat too. That makes me laugh because that's exactly one of the things I said. Are they going to share the trades that they're in? And they all laughed and went, "Yeah, right." Mm-hmm. Yeah, after we win. So they often, Moses, to your point, will we have a debrief? Will we have a debrief after? Excuse me a minute, David. Excuse me. Moses, to your question, will we have that discussed after the tournament? Typically, yeah. There's a debrief to go over what won, how did you get it done, how were you successful? But if you can get that out of them during the tournament, you're a better man than I. That's like asking the fisherman, where did you catch the fish? And he says, right here. Right? Same deal. Okay, we've got a couple more questions here. This is Ayodeji. You are up. And Chris, you are right behind him. Ayodeji, you can unmute. Ayodeji, you can unmute if you have a question. Okay, I'm not sure if he's not hearing us. Chris, you're up. You have your hand in the air. Chris Femi, you can unmute. Chris, we can't hear you. If you're speaking, we cannot hear you. The comedian who's good with no. That's funny. There's an interpretational issue. Canadian. He's Canadian, not a comedian. I could see how you'd misinterpret that. There's that dialect thing getting in our way. Two people separated by a common language, I think Churchill said. That goes not just for the Brits, but apparently between the Americans and the Nigerians. Can the trading process be perfectly done with Android phone? You can trade on a phone, but it's just more difficult because you got to have, if you really want this nicely done, it's important to have some screen real estate where you can get a zoom on the screen at the same time as you're doing trading. And that's just really difficult on the phone. Is it impossible? No, but is it a lot more nice on a computer? Yeah, it is. I'd be lying if I said anything different. Moses asks, what's the use of the Discord app? Let me show you. Good question. Let me find it here. Sorry, didn't want to open that. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So here is my, they use the terminology on Discord. Are you on Discord? Let me ask that first.
I just downloaded the app right away.
Okay.
So
okay, well that's good because then I'll take it like you haven't touched it before. So Discord is like Telegram, like WhatsApp, like Instant Messenger from Facebook. It's similar. You can send messages back and forth. You can join a group. In Discord parlance, a group is called a server. So you see this green one right here. This is my team group, like I have on Telegram and on Facebook. I have a group here for my team. So we can interact and we have our own stuff here. Like we have regions here, which are continents. We have things, there's some infrastructure. So somebody says, hey, what are you doing for ads? Or give me some ideas of things that are working as far as sending out email. It's all here. It's got a structure for it. Then you say, okay, in addition to being in the team group, I want to be in the Brank group itself. This is Daniel. Daniel showed this thing to me and I was so knocked out. I said, okay, you made me a believer, because I was a little resistant. And it's like I needed more technology, like a hole in the head. But he showed this to me. I was like, okay, I get it. I understand why you're doing this. And I'll show you one of the things that is just killer. So he sets me up, and he'll set you up too. If you're interested in this, they're going to be doing this for everybody. But for affiliates, this is absolutely killer. So somebody signs up as a new member of Brank, whether they're a trader or an affiliate. We don't make that distinction. They just sign up. Okay. The Brank bot, the minute they sign up, like here's somebody that signed up named Theophilus Edgeofor, signed up at 1:10 p.m. That was just a little while ago, 44 minutes ago. The minute they sign up, I get notification right here. Boom, just like that. The minute they buy tokens, I get notification right here. Now, right now, it doesn't tell me who, but soon we'll be able to see who the purchaser of the tokens is. Let that sink in if you're an affiliate marketer, how cool that is to have quick, instant readout of whether your funnel and your internet marketing is working. How cool is that? Boom, you pull the trigger and you start seeing enrollments come in. They start purchasing tokens. You start, ka-ching is, I want to attach the ka-ching sound to when they have token purchases. This is Discord and only on Discord. And it's cool. And there's a little bit of learning curve, but if you used WhatsApp, you use Telegram, you use Facebook Instant Message, you'll have no trouble. It's the same. There's a little bit more, a little more feature set in here, but you'll get used to it very quickly. And just know this, the company itself is migrating to 100% Discord. That will happen at some point. And I didn't know much about it. The audio functionality on Discord is awesome. It's way better audio quality than any of the other platforms, including Zoom. So you can do meetings on there. There's just a bunch of functionality that's only there. The main thing I liked was this notion of having all this infrastructure in here. Look, these are called channels. So news is here, live tournaments here, support. When you need help on something, it's all segregated into these channels that you can then, let's say that we have something that's germane to just Africa and not the other continents. You can post it here. Something's germane to North America. You could post it here. That's cool, right? In other words, guys from Africa don't necessarily want to know what's going on in North America. You can segregate it, or vice versa. Did that answer your question, Moses?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I believe as soon as I'm done here, I'll go play around with, and I'm sure, Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. And it's worth doing, in short. It's a really good platform. And if you like Brank and you're serious about Brank, in my opinion, it's not optional. You really need to be on here.
Of course,
I'm going to make this so it's permanent. I don't know why it keeps doing that. If you have an invite link, I'm going to show you where to do this, but we had Colin is interested in getting the link and I'm interested in him having it. When you're in a server, you see right up here, here's my team server. And I want you to come in here first, because then I know you're on my team, and then I'll invite you over to the company one. Okay. Click this drop-down list and you see invite people here. Click that. And good. It says your invite link will never expire. I like that, meaning it's evergreen. So I click copy. It's copied to the clipboard and I'm pasting that right now in chat. So there you go. Now, when you go to that, it may allow you to open it in a web browser. Okay. You want to get the app. The app is available in the Play Store for the Android or the App Store for the iPhone. Or, as you see on the screen, it's available in the App Store for the Macintosh, which I have, the Apple computer. Same thing for the PC. It's available for all popular platforms, just like Telegram, WhatsApp, and what have you. Chris, I see you keep coming on as if you're talking, but we're not hearing you. So there's something not working with your microphone, Chris Femi. While we're waiting for Chris, was there anybody else that had an issue with signing up? Because I know I want to make sure we get that answered. That's job one, is getting people to enroll that want to enroll. Yeah, Ibiene, I know. I'm always reminded, Ibiene's comments, we speak good English as Nigerians, though with some accent. And I'll tell you a funny story about accent. So I'm in a bar in Amsterdam with a friend of mine who's Romanian. It's a long story, but we were in this bar, and sitting across from us were two Scots. Well, my ancestors are Scots, from Scotland. Although I'm an American, my family on both sides, there's lots of Scottish genes in the mix. We're sitting across from these two guys, Scots, and I literally, if I'm struggling to understand Nigerians, you should have seen the struggle to understand Scots. It was, I looked at my Romanian friend and because the Scots were, and I like to think my English is very clear, right? And I'm speaking to them and I could see them go, what did he say? What did he just say? To each other, and vice versa. They'd say something and I'd be like, excuse me, pardon me? I'm sorry. Could you say that a different way? So, as Churchill said, two peoples separated by a common language. I'll do my best to understand. Do me a favor when you are speaking, if you would. If you can slow it down, that's very helpful, because I struggle sometimes, especially if somebody speaks very fast. So I'm doing my best, but just know it's a very different dialect than I'm used to. And I'm used to doing this, by the way. My wife is Romanian, so I'm used to doing interpretation, from somebody that has a first language that is not English. So English, we ought to be able to have no trouble. Okay, yes, am yet to sign up. Ayodeji, can you come on the mic if you would? Whoops, did we lose him? Shoot. I think we lost him. Darn it. As we speak, the Nigerians are coming in. You see this red line right here? Here's somebody new that just signed up at 1:59 p.m. Literally live as they're enrolling, we're getting notified. That is so cool. Ayodeji, are you here? Yes, you're okay, good. Excellent. Ayodeji, please come on mic. Please unmute. Colin, you are rapid speed, brother. I will. You need to take your foot off the gas. Ayodeji, are you able to unmute? And Stanley, are you here with us? Stanley Eze Ocha, white courtesy telephone. Ayodeji, can you hear me? Would you please type yes, I can hear you in the chat if you can hear me. It's always when somebody doesn't answer, you wonder if their internet went out on them. That happens. I'll give him a minute more. Chris, okay. Hang on a minute. Chris.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry about that. I think I
No
have issue
worries.
with the audio of my laptop. So now I'm using my phone now.
Can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I just want to appreciate you. You've done a great job this day, and then you've been adding value to every one of us. And I just feel more at home with you. You're taking us like a loving father, and I just want to appreciate you for all that you've been doing.
Thank you.
And yes,
and you're welcome.
yes, sir. And there was something that happened while I was placing my trade. I don't know what happened. I discovered that in my assets, I only had the dollar sign, nothing, no amount, no fee, nothing in there, just the dollar sign. So I don't know what went on. Why
Let
that
me just share something with you in general with the platform. The platform is still beta. So you may run across things that, and especially if you add beta with internet service that may be sketchy from time to time, it's a recipe for what in the heck is going on. When in doubt, hit refresh. When in doubt, hit refresh, because it should straighten things out if you refresh. And there may be things that, Daniel is working on the code constantly. Things will pop up that weren't there yesterday. So no, it may not be you sometimes. Now, always better on a computer than a phone, always better on a tablet than a phone. But, if somebody only has a phone, that's it. That may be what they have to do. It's just, it's challenging that way. But with things like that, generally, when you run into something where something doesn't look like it's behaving properly, try hitting refresh on the browser. That may straighten it out.
Yeah, I think I did that a couple of times, but it was still the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got that now. I guess I'll just keep refreshing them till I get the. Yeah, and then the next question I want to ask now is when is Brank going to launch properly?
I'd love to be able to answer that definitively, but Daniel is very, very keen on making sure that everything is right.
Work out. Wow. Okay.
And he's just, I like that about him. In other words, he doesn't want to do it in a mediocre manner. He wants it really right. And he is very, very fastidious about that. I mean, everything has to look a certain way. Everything has to behave a certain way. Drives me nuts sometimes because I'm a marketing guy. I want things right now. I want to rock and roll right that minute. But I like that about him. He really is thorough. So he keeps having to put the muzzle on me. But he sure is tickled what happened with this funnel in Nigeria. This was an accident, serendipitous, really. I chose arbitrarily 10 countries. I thought, okay, I think I've heard Nigerians are interested in crypto. Wow. Was that an understatement?
Yeah,
wow.
we have no
wow. The Nigerians clearly got the memo on crypto. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like. I mean, let me show you this, guys. This is what has happened. I'm not trying to brag here, but just to prove to you what the funnel did. What you see on the screen, literally, the Brank bot was tracking the funnel, every enrollment in the funnel from the beginning of April. Okay. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get back to the beginning of April just to give you a little bit of context. There we are, April 5th, April 4th, April 3rd. Here was the first. That's the first. Actually, it wasn't. There was the first. There were a couple that came in a little bit early when I was on the testing, but here was the first official one, April 2nd. This is Christian Njoku, which I think is safe to assume is a Nigerian.
Yeah, he is.
Look at this list, guys. This is since April 2nd. Okay. This is what happened from Nigeria. Now you can see why I'm motivated to help Nigerians get up to speed, because if I help them get up to speed and help them learn how to trade, good for them, but also good for me. Because look at this, man. I'm not even halfway. I'm at April 18th. Okay. You get the idea.
Yeah,
If
understand.
I get a 10th of the Nigerians to engage, that's a big number. If I get 20% of the Nigerians to engage, that's a really big number. And my goal is to get a lot higher than that. In other words, if the word gets out and we do the right thing and people say, man, these guys really are serious and there's value, it'll take care of itself.
Got it.
It will. Whoop, we had him here and then he took off. Ayodeji, there's something wrong with his audio. I don't know what was going on there. Do we have any other questions, guys? Oh no, Ayodeji is still here. Good. Ayodeji, you came on mic for a moment. Are you still there? Ayodeji Olanigan. I don't know how to pronounce that. I pronounce it like it's Irish. And I have a sneaking suspicion it's not. You can unmute, Ayodeji.
Okay.
Hey, we've got you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Thanks for the good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm here to sign up.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
What you need to do, let me find Stanley's link here. Stanley, are you still here? He didn't come on mic, so he may have just stayed in the tournament, but then took off. There's some links. Where is Stanley's link? You can always tell that you had a tournament that engaged the audience when you see the length of the chat. That's a good sign. Where are you, Stanley? Stanley Eze. Oh, I think I found him. Okay. So, how do you pronounce your first name?
Ayodeji.
Ayodeji. Okay, I was close. How do you pronounce your last name?
Olanigan.
Olanigan.
Olanig. Yeah.
Olanigan.
Yeah.
Okay. It almost sounds Irish to me.
Wow.
Yeah. O'Hannigan, O'Halligan, Olanigan. Okay.
Olanigan. Ayodeji. Olanigan.
Olanigan.
Yeah.
Okay. I just sent a link in the chat. That is Stanley's link. Be sure to click on that.
Okay.
And you're in very good hands there. You're still on my team, but you're because Stanley's been helping out a lot, I'm rewarding him with some enrollments.
Actually, it was hello.
Yes.
I got in through your on Facebook.
That's okay. If you haven't signed up, I want you to sign up with Stanley. You're still signing up on my team, but it would be through Stanley.
Okay.
And I appreciate you bringing that up. And guys, this is an issue that I keep repeating, but it's important. You know, Ayodeji, when you bring people here, we're going to take the same care with them that we took with you just now. In other words, I want to make sure if you've taken the energy to go find guests to see this, when they arrive, we want to make sure they sign up with you. We want to make sure we check it out and say, who is responsible for you being here? See, and if somebody doesn't do that, I don't like that. I want to make sure whoever is doing the work gets rewarded, because if you decide, you know, or rather you enroll somebody that turns out to be a super affiliate, you know, that would really not be okay if they sign up with somebody they shouldn't be signing up with. If you're the reason they're here, that's who they should sign up with. So I've been doing this business for a long time, and I always make sure that we take great care when signing somebody up. You'll see it in the groups. If you're in the Telegram or Facebook, it's pretty much constant on Telegram. How did you get here? Who invited you? That's why. And in many cases it was me, but in this case, because I told Stanley, I surprised him today. I said, look, I appreciate what you're doing to help me with being a moderator. Anybody that comes in today that hasn't enrolled, they'll enroll with you.
Okay.
And again, you're in good hands.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. In the trading process, apart from using indicator, can someone trade? Can we analyze and trade without indicator?
Can we
just analyze the market? Can we just analyze the market and trade without indicator?
Without any crypto?
Without indicators.
I'm not
indicators.
Oh, without
indicators.
Yeah. You don't have to use indicators. Michael Woke doesn't use indicators ever. He's learning how to use RSI from Farmer John, but he's a candlestick guy. He's price action, brother. Just pure price action. That's all he does. And he's good at it. Did that answer your question?
My question is, the question do we analyze in this with this? Can we analyze in this trade? Can we analyze before we trade?
Oh yeah,
like forex, like a trade in forex trading.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I would have you do, once you're signed up, the first place I want you to go until we have the next event, and there are other events that I'd encourage you to plug into. Most of them will require tokens, but the first place I'd have you go, once you're enrolled, you'll pop in here to Brank for the first time. And I'm getting it on my screen here. Can you see my screen, Ayodeji?
Yes.
So you see right here?
Yeah.
Sign up for that one.
Yeah.
Join that tournament. Go in there and start placing trades. You can't hurt anything.
Okay.
That's how you get up to speed most quickly. Here's a guy that took that advice to heart. He was brand new a week and a half ago, and check it out. Who's in number one? Callistus. He's a Nigerian. Look who's in number two, a Nigerian. Wow. I don't know that name, but is that a Nigerian name? Habila?
Wow.
Is that Nigerian in number 4? I don't know.
Number 4.
Habila, Babe. I don't know.
Babe.
I think this one sounds Nigerian. Peter Afuloma.
Nigeria.
Yeah, Afuloma, that's Nigerian.
Yeah.
Wisdom Neutral. Nigeria.
Yeah, that's Nigerian.
Nigeria.
Are you getting the point here?
Yeah.
This is why I'm getting to work, fellas. I mean, I'm not doing this to be completely altruistic. If Nigerians are placing this high in a free tournament, what are they going to look like in a paid tournament? Probably the same. Now the competition's going to be tougher.
Nigeria West skill in trading. Nigeria West skill in trading. Hello?
Your audio kind of went hinky there for a minute. Nigeria, and then the rest it didn't really come through properly. Something about trading. That's all I caught. You guys get the point. Obviously, there's lots of Nigerians on the list. They're doing very well, as you can see. I think they're going to do just as well on the paid tournaments. And on the paid tournaments, you're earning real money also. And they're not much money to play. If it's a 1 token or 2 token tournament, 5 token tournament, if you're good, you should be able to go in there and be just as good there as you are somewhere else. Why not? Right. But this is pretty exciting to see this, to Chris Femi's point, I do feel like a proud father.
People on the list here. Hello.
Yes. Go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you.
People on the list here. Are they trading with a demo? Is it demo free account?
Everything on Brank,
live account.
No, everything on Brank is always.
Hello?
Okay.
Are they trading with live account or free account?
Let me answer. Every account on Brank always, for now, is a demo account. It's play money. Okay.
Are they trading with live account or free account?
They are free accounts.
Okay.
I think
practice account.
Ayodeji, the whole point of Brank.
Right.
The whole point of Brank, I think we have a lot of lag because it's like a walkie-talkie thing here.
Okay. Okay.
Every time you go into a tournament, if you're paying tokens for a tournament or it's a free tournament, in either case, you're given $100,000 of play money to play with. Now, if it's a paid tournament, you've paid tokens to play. However, if you're successful in that tournament and you place high in the tournament, you're going to get credits. Credits are real money. You get the credits back. You can use them to buy things. You can withdraw them. You can do whatever you want. That's your money. So can you earn money by playing in tournaments? Yes, if you have the skill. If you don't have the skill, you can gain the skill over time. As you see on the screen, there are lots of Nigerians that are developing the skill quickly. So, but every tournament for now, there won't be any live tournament or I want to use this carefully. Live trading is not available on Brank. Will it be in the future? Yes, I think there's a likelihood it'll allow somebody to go from practice trading with Brank and competing in tournaments to actual live trading. Actually, there's some discussion going on with with Binance on that very topic. They loved what they saw when they saw this platform, Binance. In fact, there may be a coin coming out as a Brank coin, a DeFi coin from Binance. No joke. Let's see. All fair, we get another free tournament along with the webinar. It'll fair. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I mean, this tournament that Colin, that we're looking at here, this free run is a free tournament. This one, there are no tokens. Okay, so I get a credit after coming first tonight. No, Moses, because this was a free tournament. You have to have a paid tournament to earn credits. Can't give credits on a free tournament. This is just to learn how to do things, and that was the whole point of it. To offer this as a mechanism to get people to. You got to have tickets, people buying things in order for people to get paid that win. I like where you're going, though. I can tell you're a competitor. And here's what's going to be really cool as we bring on additional countries, which of course I'm focused on. I'm probably going to be targeting India here pretty quickly because there's a lot of people that love crypto and obviously a giant population. So what happens when we have the Nigerians against the Indians, against the Americans, against the Brits? You see, all of a sudden you've got these things called teams, trading teams. That's coming to a theater near you soon. So pretty exciting stuff. Guys, we've been on here quite a while, 3.5 hours almost. I want to say thank you to everybody here. Chris, did you have I see your hand in the air. Did you get your question answered, or was did I not lower your hand properly? Chris Femi? Chris, if you have a question, don't be shy. I'm sorry for this pollen, guys. This stuff is killing me here. Chris, I see you talking. You need to unmute.
No, that was it.
Was that an old question? Chris, I'm assuming that was an old question. It looks like your audio was challenging. Ayudeje looks like, no, maybe he doesn't. I think, guys, if there's no other question, excuse me, if there's no other questions right now, I think let's bring this in for a landing. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you coming and staying for this long. I'm honored. Okay, good. He says, I'm good. That's Chris.
I'm good.
So, and there's Mr. Ezeocha. While you were gone, I was working for you, Stanley. You should have a new person on your team, and that is, what was that fellow's name? Ayodeji Olanagan is now signed, should be signed up with you, Stanley. So you'll want to look on your, let me just show you this, guys, so that if this question comes up, because as long as we've taken this long, I'm going to show you this. So if I want to find somebody on my team, I go right up here to earn, and I go to referrals, and I can then look up anybody on my team that is on my first level and the second level, but it's easier on the first level because you also get their email address. So Ayudeji should have just enrolled with you, Stanley. Ayudeji Olanagan.
Okay.
So keep an eye out on your back office underneath referrals. He may be in there now. I think he is, or should be. Ayudeji, you had a question about stop loss. No, there isn't that. There aren't limit orders in here yet. It's coming, but we're just working on the basics of the platform right now, just price action, spot trading. And no on that. No stop loss, no take profits yet. It's coming. Right now, just price action, spot trading, live, right on the spot, momentum trading or scalping. Okay, guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to sign off here. Can feel my blood sugar is low and I'm needing to get a bite to eat. So you have a great rest of the evening. I know it's late in Nigeria, and again, appreciate you coming. I hope you enjoyed today's tournament and webinar, and hopefully gain some value from this whole process. So that is my intention anytime I do one of these. So again, have a great rest of the evening, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this in for landing. This is Robert saying adios, have a good evening, and bye for now.